Everything seems like a city of dreams. I'll never know why, but I still miss you. There she's standing in a field of lights. I close my eyes, but I still miss you. I still miss you. I still miss you.
I was left to my own devices. Many days fell away with nothing to show, and the walls kept tumbling down in the city that we love. Great clouds roll over the hills, bringing darkness from above. But if you close your eyes, does it almost feel like nothing changed at all? And if you close your eyes, does it almost feel like you've been here before? How am I gonna be an optimist about this? How am I gonna be an optimist about this? if you close your eyes.
Let's make this fleeting moment last forever. So tell me what you're waiting for. I'm gonna keep it frozen here forever. There's no regretting anymore. It's worth the wait, even so far away. I'm making the night mine until the day I die. No light to break when you're hanging by fate. You know what it feels like when you're dancing blind. All alone, just the beat inside my soul. Take me home, where my dreams are made of gold. In the zone, where the beat is uncontrolled. I know what it feels like. Come on, make me feel alive.
I never met you, but I know you're out there. If I cross the oceans, would you be there?
A stranger's eyes that somehow look familiar. I know that when it's you, I'll remember. So wait for me. I swear I'll find you, climbing every wall that hides you. I know we were meant for something better. So wait for me, the world is changing underneath, the ground is shaking. You and I were meant for something better.
I stayed up at the sun, thought of all of the people, places, and things I've loved. You can feel the lines start to tremble, washing what you know out to sea. Yeah, you can see your life out the window tonight. If I lose myself tonight, it'll be by your side. I lose myself tonight. If I lose myself tonight, it'll be you.
I feel like a lot of entrepreneurs have it. That fact that you truly just feel different. It's not to be disrespectful towards anyone else, but it honestly feels like you have more inside you than other people have. Like you have that weird gift, that weird potential that you could say, hey, I can do something better than that person can. I don't deserve and I shouldn't be working in that 9-to-5 jobs. I have so much inside that I want to get out. I just don't know how to get it out. And I remember sitting on my college campus bench and the bell rang and every kid was going from class to class, class to class. And there were thousands of kids going from all these different classes. And I sat there on the bench and I just watched them. I sat there and I watched every single student go from different building. And I just thought to myself, when do we learn anything different? If I'm learning the same thing as 15,000 other kids, that means I'm going to have the same result as 15,000 kids.
Makes sense.
And every single kid I know who graduated college complained about their job, wasn't happy with their salary, worked a 9-to-5, had to pay off debt. The only way to truly be successful in life is at some point for you to do something different, for you to stand outside the crowd, for you to say, hey, I don't give a fuck what someone else thinks about me. I'm going to go ahead and do it just because I want to do it.
Yeah, drinking dope, turn me to a superhero, yeah, hit that pill, turn me to a superhero, yeah, boom, my 90, turn me to a superhero, yeah, Metro, if your Metro don't trust you, I'm gonna shoot you. I'm on that dope again, I'm on that flow again, switch up the flow again, yeah, fly in the parachute, gripping that pole again, I'm on that all again, yeah. Candy in the cup, gotta get paid, king in the streets, young mage, praying on the crowd, take it to the grave. Ain't having problems, I'm sipping the bar. Shout out to Dallas, my is a star. Get rich, better take it to war. Piss on your casket, shoot at your bra.
We'll open the clouds, 'cause baby tonight, we're beautiful now, we're beautiful.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. I'm back, and I'm feeling fantastic. Traders, I was fighting off something nasty the other day. I don't know what it was. I don't know what came over me, but it wasn't easy. But right now, I feel like I stepped inside that Captain America chamber, and I'm just coming out absolutely jacked, absolutely ripped. And let's just address the elephant in the room right now. So many people are hitting me up right now and probably saying, Dek, your haircut looks fantastic. And there's no denying that. There's not. So let's just get that out of the way. I was going for a little bit of a look before. It was getting a little out of hand. We shaped it on up, and we got things back to normal. Team, it is game time. We are only 2-3 days away from our biggest sale, biggest bundle we've ever had in existence. And we got to get ourselves all prepared for this day. Man, I hope everybody is feeling fantastic. I hope everybody is going to bring their 100% because you know, guys, I am. I still am fighting a little bit of this flu, but you know what? We got a little Pedialyte right next to me. They say ages for 5 and under. Well, you know what? I'm 30 years old, so I'm going to drink what I want. But that's a little secret. Secret of the sickness of people. Drink a little Pedialyte, get you good. Get the electrolytes flowing. So traders, let's talk about what we have at this moment. I hope every single trader is excited, and let's break down this entire day as we always do to make sure that you guys are all set and ready to rock and roll. All right? Whew. Let's turn off the music because we got so much to be going over here today. Oh man. So, no music right now. Let's get dialed in. First thing that you probably notice is I'm already up $1,300 on the day. Already made a trade, already made $1,300. Technically, I've already hit my target. I like to always make at least $1,000 per day, but obviously we got so much coming up this week. We could be making $3,000 plus today. So let's keep this party going, but I will go over my trade very shortly for those who were not here for it. Let's talk about CPI data, because when we take a look at the S&P 500, we have now fallen from 500 to 494. Yes, traders, we have just dropped nearly $6 this morning on the SPY because of awful CPI data. Inflation, I'm just gonna make your life extremely easy right now, okay? For anyone who does not know, inflation is way too high at this moment. For anyone that is saying, hey, we're gonna cut rates soon, Jerome Powell's gonna cut rates, the market's gonna, it's not happening. There is a 0% chance that we cut rates in March. And I'll be honest, I'm probably going to say there's a 0% chance we're going to be cutting rates in June as well. We can't cut rates right now. Inflation is still up. So guess what? Why in the world would Jerome Powell cut rates at this time when we still have inflation higher than expected and his only job is to bring down inflation? There would be zero possibility of him cutting rates and making things go up even higher. So let's see what we have at this moment. Two different things that we can look at. All right, we have a couple different press releases we have to read. First thing, it says Dow futures fall 300 points after hotter than expected U.S. inflation data. It says the consumer price index rose 0.3% in January from December. CPI was up 3.1% on an annual basis. Core prices, which exclude volatile food and energy, rose 0.4% and a month 3.9%. This may as well come as an easy excuse to take some of the froth out of the top of the market that's been universally higher thus far this year. So traders, what it really comes on down to is we don't want to see anything with inflation-wise rising. We want to see inflation-wise falling on down. That was the whole point of us back in 2022 raising rates so much. Consumer price rose 0.3% in January, more than expected as the annual rate moved to 3.1%. Inflation rose more than expected in January as stubbornly high shelter prices weighed on consumers. The Labor Department reported on Tuesday. The Consumer Price Index, a broad-based measure of the prices shoppers face for goods and services across the economy, increased 0.3%. Economists served by the Dow Jones have been looking for a monthly increase of 0.2 and an annual gain of 2.9%. Excluding food and energy, so-called, it accelerated 0.4 and was up 3.9%. So, what it really comes on down for anyone who has any sort of trouble really understanding this is obviously inflation's been a major issue. Our goal is to bring inflation back on down as low as we can get it to our 2% target. And as of now, it is still holding stubbornly high. Stubbornly high after raising rates how many times? 13 different times in 2022, 7 times at 0.75%. Then we had those 0.5, 0.25%. So as we raised rates all of 2022 and a little bit into 2023, traders are excited to finally start cutting rates and start making things less expensive. But the issue is we can't cut rates if inflation is still staying up high. So 10-year treasury yields shoot higher as January CPI is hotter than expected. The 10-year treasury yield note surged on Tuesday after January inflation came in stronger than expected. The 10-year treasury yield added 10 basis points to 4.269%, while the yield on the 2-year treasury climbed more than 13 basis points to 4.6%. Yields and price moves in opposite directions. So, traders, I definitely want to make sure everyone is all good. I think we're understanding what's happening at this moment, but what it really comes on down to is that CPI data was bad, and now things are getting a little bit ugly. Now, we can take a look over on the S&P 500, and what's really cool about the S&P 500, I'm going to turn off the indicators real quick, is this is the channel that we've been in. All right, everyone take a look at this. This is the channel that the S&P 500 has been sitting in. This is on the daily chart. You guys could see bounce play here, bounce play here. You could see top resistance, top resistance, top resistance, top resistance. We had a slight break, and then guess what happened? Now we're all the way back on down towards that bottom of the channel. If the S&P 500 starts cracking underneath this channel, back on down to 493, we do have a lot of room to fall. I would not be shocked if we fall back down towards 485, 483. I would not be shocked if we start seeing, some very big pullbacks. We are now, I think every single person knows how overbought this market has been, right? For example, let's take a look over on NVDA. One of my favorite things to look at, and it's pretty hilarious. I like looking at this a lot. This is one of my favorite things to look at. Seeing NVDA go all the way from 112 and spike all the way up to 746. And people asking, oh, is it a good time to long-term buy NVDA? NVDA has gone straight up. In the last 30 days, guys, in the last month, it has gone from $600 all the way up to $750. Since 2024 has started, it's gone from $460 all the way up to $750. We have gone on almost a $310 spike since 2024 has started. What else have we had? You guys can see SMCI. SMCI has gone from 220 and has ripped all the way up to 800. Guys, in 2024 so far, SMCI has ripped nearly $500. That's pretty ridiculous. That's pretty wild. That's pretty crazy to be thinking about how big these spikes have been, how wild these spikes have been, how big of moves these spikes have been. That's pretty crazy to be thinking about. But I do want every single person to just be aware of where are these plays going to fall. So let's break this on down, team. I want to be open. I want to be honest. I want to be credible. I want to be transparent. When I take a look over on SMCI, the first thing that really stands out to me is that I see that the SMCI does have a big, long upper shadow. Great sign that we are going to start having a reversal here. Now, why is that so important to us? Well, if you guys actually take a look over on upper shadow candlesticks on Google or whatever, you can see, and it's a go-to thing that a lot of people, some people know, some people don't know, is that whenever you do see an upper shadow, it usually indicates a reversal. So this is a great example of that. You can take a look at, all these plays. Whenever you have an upper shadow, it shows that we have spike, it got weak, and now it usually tends to turn. A lower shadow would show the same exact thing. But you guys could see in this picture, right here, it's the same exact idea. It's the same exact, it's going to follow through with the textbook. Spike, pullback, spike, pullback, upper shadow, pullback, upper shadow, pullback. When you have upper shadows, it usually indicates a pullback. So when I take a look over on SMCI, I see big upper shadow, then a nice pullback. Take a look over on NVDA. NVDA, again, very nice upper shadow, could be getting at potential pullback. So it doesn't mean we're going to have a massive red candle today, but I would say the overall trend is going to start reversing. Is there a possibility NVDA goes back up to 720 today? Yes, but it's still underneath this upper shadow. I don't think we're going to be seeing another high. I don't think we're going to be going above that 745 mark. It seems like things are going to be staying underneath this area. So that's what you guys can really gauge and understand about these upper shadows, is that it does indicate a top for us. And it does give us a heads up on where that top may be. We could take a look over on the same exact thing over on the S&P 500, where we do have this upper shadow. We don't have a lot of upper shadows on the S&P 500, and we can clearly see an upper shadow right here. So we are having room to fall back on down towards our bottom of like 491, 492. Excuse me, team. Let me take a little sip of Pedialyte. And as you guys know, I am just trying to continue to fight off the illness, but I will not let the illness get the best of me. I woke up this morning and I said, you won't tear me down, germs. You won't tear me down, you mitochondria. It won't work today. And I got on up and immediately I busted out 300 pull-ups immediately. That's what I did. Some people say, oh, Dek, take days off when you're sick. I say it's all mental. There's no such thing. It's all in here. So, traders, let's talk about today in a little bit of a deeper fashion here. We got 10 minutes until the market opens on up. As you guys probably know, and as you guys have seen, this market has been hot. Traders, take a look at all the breakouts in the penny stock world that has happened today. OMH has gone from $1 all the way up to $7. Now it's back down to $4.32. OMH was up 500% this morning. That is insane. 500% climb on OMH. Then we had DBGI. DBGI is a very hot play at this moment. DBGI went from $2, spiked all the way up towards $10, and is still staying very hot and very relevant. We also had BGLC. Now, traders, this was the stock that I got involved in. So many people, I'm just going to be honest with you, so many people don't realize this. If you want to make the most amount of money possible, wake up from 7 in the morning and then trade from 7 to 10 o'clock. The biggest penny stock spikes happen in pre-market and then usually happen within the first 30 or 45 minutes of the day. I'm already up $1,300 on the day because I traded BGLC. BGLC went from 40 cents, spiked up to $1.50. I saw that this play was up from 40 cents to $1.50, and I said, whoa, there's no news on this play. This stock is going straight up. So guess what I did? I started doing shorts. I bet that the stock would fall. I bet against the play. And I was able to get 4,600 shares, and I shorted it from 127, this orange line right here, 127, back on down to this orange line right here. This was my profit from it went on a big time spike and I nailed it on the way down. That was able to pay out $1,300 in profit, and that's where I was able to make some great money. So that's what I had over on this place so far. Now, BGLC could definitely be a great short today once again, because I'm going to be honest, there is no news on a lot of these plays. BGLC went on a big spike, big dump, and it came back on up for no reason. And it could easily dump right back on down. Traders, OMH, this play, the reason why it's starting to turn right now is because it cracked its trend line. If you guys connect the dots here, connect the dots. What do you guys realize when you connect the dots? And it's so easy. It's so simple. Is that where did the big sell-off happen? The big sell-off happened when we went from bullish to bearish. We went from the bullish side here to now the bearish side right here. And that's where we started getting that crack. That's where we started getting that weakness. That's where we started seeing the stock fall on off. So we went from bullish side to bearish side. That's where we started seeing a drop. Again, another stock that has no news whatsoever. Okay, cool. Now, what else do we need to be focusing on? What about DBGI? DBGI, I want to double check. Does this stock have any sort of news behind it? So when I take a look, DBGI, see what we have at this moment over on DBGI, 53 minutes ago, it says that DBGI reaffirms its 2024 guidance and commits to no equity offerings. So basically, they are saying right now, we are not going to have an offering for anyone that's trading our stock. You will not be dumped on and having any sort of offering here. DBGI is getting a nice little move at this moment. I like it. Do I think it will dump at some point today? The answer is yes. I still do think it will dump. I do still think this is going to get weaker. So at this point, traders, we need to we need to break some stuff on down. At this point, we need to figure out what play do we like, what stock do we want to get involved in, and what is going to be our top focus. Okay, so let's do that. First thing that we have is, of course, the S&P 500. Who here wants to just get involved in the S&P 500? This is going to be your top play. And I want everyone in chat right now, everyone on YouTube, everyone on TikTok, everyone on Tradecaster, type out right now. If you guys could only play one stock today, what would it be? Type out right now, what would be the one stock that you would play? And it could be anything. It could be anything. I just want to get your idea. So everyone take 1 second right now, type out what is your favorite play of the day. There's no right or wrong answers, and I want to go over them, and I want to see which ones you guys like the best. So starting on off, we got the SPY. SPY right now, team, I would say I like the opportunity of getting a bounce play back on down towards around that 491.50 mark. 491.50, I think the S&P 500 can turn towards. I think we could fall on down towards that area. The only thing that's going to be troubling is the S&P 500. A lot of people are already going to say, hey, Dek, let's go ahead and do puts. Let's go ahead and do shorts. Let's go ahead and get weakness. Does anyone here think that after having a $6 crash and also a $3 crash from yesterday, so a $9 dump over the last 24 hours, that we might get some sort of bounce play? I would not be surprised if we bounce back on up towards around 496. Yes, we've had bad CPI data. Yes, the market is now down $9 in the last 24 hours. Yes, there is tons of negative momentum behind it. The only thing I want you to be concerned about is that there could be possible buying because, number one, we do have a lower shadow. We have a little lower shadow right here, and we could see see buyers move in after seeing a big drop. I don't think we're going to spike back up to 500, but I would say I would not be shocked if we get a little bit of a bounce at the start of the day as people say, ooh, this is now a dip buying opportunity. So the S&P 500, definitely keep it on watch, but we do have a little lower shadow and there might be some dip buying right at the start. The ultimate goal today would be 491.50. That is going to be the target most traders are going to be focused on. Does that make sense to everyone? Now, the other play that I like a lot is, of course, SMCI. SMCI is the stock that I think is the most overbought, overhyped stock in the stock market. It is up right now, again, $500 in 45 days. It has a big upper shadow at the top, and I'll tell you guys exactly where I'm going to short this. SMCI, it's not that difficult when you break this play on down. I know people on TikTok might not be able to see this. I'll adjust this in a second, but just connect the dots. Connect this dot to this dot to this dot to this dot. And guess what here, traders? I'm going to make this very nice and very clean and very easy to see. This is our uptrend over on SMCI. SMCI, we can all see this clear-cut uptrend that is basically making our lives very simple and saying, okay, if we hold SMCI above this line, we are still considered bullish. But the moment we go underneath this line, then yes, we are going to be considered more bearish. So I do just want to kind of type this out and put this over in chat because I know this is a fan favorite. SMCI, bullish and bearish price on the trend line. So you can see exactly where we are shifting. You can see exactly where we're looking to turn. You could see where we could start looking for some bearishness once we start cracking that trend line. I don't think it's a smart idea to go on calls or do puts while you're on the opposite side that you like. I would wait for that reversal. I would wait for that pullback. I'd wait for that drop. And then, of course, we could be going from there. All right, awesome. Now, what else do we want to be looking for? Well, Dek, we obviously have SMCI, and obviously we have the same exact thing over on NVDA. NVDA does have, a similar type of uptrend move as well. Let me grab and kind of connect some of these dots. I just want to see that's a little bit too low right here. Let me again connect, this dot. I'm just trying to find some sort of perfect uptrend. This one is not as clear. I'm just being honest with you. It's not as clear as SMCI's. I would probably say it's something right along this line at this moment. But again, it's just not as clear, not as perfect as SMCI's. And that's just, what it is. So NVDA does have an uptrend as well. We will be looking for a crack on that play. Now, today, team, OMH. Obviously, we could see a ton of hype. We could see a ton of momentum on this play. OMH is going to be a hot one, but OMH will get very hot once it does what? Gets back above $6. You could look to do shorts right at the start of the day over on OMH. You really could. I would say OMH, short this play at around 550. If it breaks 550, if it breaks 550, get out of the play. Don't be holding it. But I can see that we do have a little bit of a downtrend right here that we have top. If we hit 550 and we can't break it, we could get short right back on down. That could be solid. DBGI, notice this play has just had a spike falling, spike starting to fall. This is probably going to be a short right at the start of the day. We do have BMR. BMR, who remembers this one from yesterday? This was the number one top gainer of yesterday. BMR ran over 700%. This play, guys, went all the way from $1 to $35. So BMR here, team, that is still a very hot play as well. There are going to be a few options. Market opens up here, team, in 15 seconds. We got to get dialed in and ready to rock and roll. So let me make sure that we're all set. I think I am going to be watching OMH to kind of watch to see if I could get a possible spike and pullback right at the start of the day, maybe up towards that 550-ish mark. So OMH is kind of the one that I'm focused on to begin with. And I want to go from there to see what I could possibly do on this play. So OMH already up towards that 550-ish mark, kind of kicking things right on off. I am going to jump in on OMH right here with only 500 shares. I don't want to go too big, just in case this one does get a little bit too crazy. If it gets a little crazy, I'm not going to be holding this one. I'm only doing 500 shares, which means I'm doing something very tiny, especially if this thing starts taking on off. Not going to be worth it, because take a look right here, team. If it starts breaking and holds above this line, it's not worth it for me. If we start going underneath this line like we are right now, we could start jumping in and adding more. So I just added, if I can, OMH. Oh, I didn't get filled right there. But OMH, I want to actually get filled even more here to see if this play could possibly get reversed and start cracking on down. So OMH, I have 500 shares looking to see if this downtrend at this moment is going to hold and start getting a little bit more of a reversal back on down. That's going to be my goal. If this play starts breaking $6, I am not holding it in any sort of way. Remember, I'm already up $1,300 on the day. No reason for me to, put myself in any sort of bad position that could only hurt me, and only sort of bad position that could possibly, take away my profits. I don't want that. So right now, team, we are getting a little bit weaker. I am going to add a little bit more, 750. We got that big upper shadow. We have room to fall back on down towards the low 450s, and I want to see if we can start getting a reversal back on down. So right now we're up $200. Great target would be like, $500 plus on this play. We only got 750 shares, which isn't a ton, but guess what, team? We're coming back on down to the VWAP. We're up $500. Let's take our profits. Boom. Guys, just made $480 for everyone. Guys, great work. Great job. Everyone who just made profit with me. We just shorted OMH off this trend line, did the trend, came back on down, just got filled on that play, made our profits, and now OMH is actually about to get halted for anyone that just shorted that play. So OMH is still live. It almost got halted. I am out of OMH, as you guys can see, but traders, this is what I like to do here. I like to talk about the predictability. I like to go over the stock live with you guys and make sure there's no uncertainty. Every trader, if you guys are brand new, if you guys are experienced, if you guys have never seen stock trading before in your life, you could take a look over on OMH at this time. And if I again went to my 5-year-old nephew and I said, all right, take a look. We bounced at the purple line. Bounced at the purple line, bounced at the purple line, bounced at the purple line. And then when we came to the purple line, it cracked and got a big time dump. Okay, great. Now, if we connect the dots, we hit the red line and we fall. 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 And I say, Hunter's my 5-year-old nephew. I said, what's going to happen when we hit the red line? It's going to fall. It's going to fall. So what did we do? We just bet that we were going to hit the red line and that we were going to fall. And guess what? We just made $479 in profit. We're now up $1,800 on the day. Remember, stock trading doesn't need to be overcomplicated. Stock trading just needs to be, again, very straightforward, and make sure that we're all doing this, we're doing it as smart as we can. So S&P 500 getting a little bit of a dip buy and bounce right off the rip right here. Making sure that we're all good here. Staying alert, staying ready. Traders, again, super pumped for everyone who's here with us right now. Let's get ready for that next possible trade. What's BMR doing? BMR was yesterday's. You guys, look at BMR. Oh, baby. Traders, all eyes on BMR at this moment. For anyone who was not here, like myself, yesterday, I showed up at like 4 o'clock to shut down the scanners, and I saw that BMR went from $5 and spiked all the way up to $35. Now BMR is back up to 20 bucks. We have to figure out at this moment, where is BMR going to reverse? So the best way to do this is to go into a large time frame. Go back to about a 15-minute time frame and ask yourself, where was there trouble in the past? Well, yes, there was trouble all the way at the high of the day, 35 bucks. Yes, there was trouble all the way up here at around the 28.75 mark. And I'm going to say there was trouble up towards around this probably between this like $23 to $25 region. There's a lot of consolidation. These would be the 3 areas that I would be saying to myself right away, hey, this is where we are going to have trouble. This is where we're going to start getting some sort of reversal. This is where things could start getting ugly. We have tons of consolidation in between the $24 region. We do have a lot of resistance up near $29. And then obviously our top resistance is going to be up towards around $35. So the first thing I need to do here, team, is I got to see if BMR shares are available to short. BMR shares are available to short here. So I could go ahead, if I want to, get 1,000 shares of BMR. It is going to cost me $100, but guess what? Do I think I'm going to make more than $100 doing a short on BMR? And the answer is yes, I do. So I can accept that. I'm not going to right now at this moment, but I can if I want to. Because remember, for me to make $100 on 1,000 shares is 10 cents. Once a stock moves 10 cents, I make 10 cents is $100 on these plays. $1,000 would be $1 move. If we have moved from $10 to $21, does anyone here not think I could be able to get 10 cents in the correct direction? We just moved $11, almost $12 on the day. Yes, moving 10 cents is not very difficult. So BMR, it's actually not that expensive for shorts for you to be able to get those plays and be able to make that money. What else do we have here? BGLC just got halted on the upside. BGLC just got, that was the one I made $1,300 on. OMH, that one, if you guys are shorting that play, that one's still good to go for those that are shorting that one. The S&P 500 is getting a little bit of a dip buy. Remember, team, this was my only concern. My only concern was that once this play opens up after having an $8 to $9 drop, we are going to see a little bit of a bounce play. Now, what else do we need to focus on over on this play, team? We also want to be keeping our eyes peeled, not only on the S&P 500 here, we do want to be keeping our eyes peeled over on SMCI. Remember, team, SMCI here, traders, this play, remember, we go back in that 30-minute time frame, we already have our answer. 30-minute time frame, we know that we will get that perfect reversal area. Let me go ahead and put on our post market here. At what price? Once we go underneath 750, that's the crack. Can everyone see that? Can everyone understand that? Can everyone say, yep, Dek, that makes sense? Underneath the price of 750 is where we start going bearish. Little heads up, BMR is back live right now. BMR is back live, but unfortunately it did not have a gap up to my target. My targets were $24 or so. No target hit, no entry needed. It's really as simple as that, guys. People always say, oh man, Dek, what if you miss out on a play? If you miss out on a play, who cares? There's a bajillion other plays, and I would rather get filled at an entry I'm confident in and make $1,800 rather than getting filled on an area that I have no idea what's gonna happen next and possibly make money or possibly lose all my gains. We're already up $1,800 today. We don't need to be jumping in randomly and hoping for the best. So right now, team, we are doing everything that we need to do, get an alert, and we'll be all set here, ready to rock. I know BMR just got a little bit of that drop back on down. Obviously, again, we are going to be focused on that one and getting ready to rock and roll. Yep, AK, that's why I short all this stuff. Absolutely. You know, AK, young grasshopper there. learned all these shorting. I'm so proud to see again how much money he makes shorting and what he does shorting, and everyone, who makes money shorting. It's just all these plays usually just come crashing all the way back on down. Little heads on up, BGLC. This stock had no news behind it, BGLC. BGLC team, this is a little bit of a tricky one. There's no news behind it. It's gone from 40 cents and is now up to $1.37. How much higher can this play go up to? Very difficult to know when we know that this is just a straight pump. This is just a straight pump right now. If I had to make a prediction, I think BGLC is going to go way higher than most of us think. BGLC, I would not be shocked if this one randomly squeezes. I do not feel comfortable shorting BGLC. Are you guys ready for this? Underneath $2. I don't. Yes, you might say, Dek, you shorted BGLC this morning at $1.27. Why does that change? Because this morning I shorted it when it went straight up and straight back on down. Now it's gone up, gone down, gone up a little bit, come on down, it's spiked on up. It's holding its gains. It's showing it has more strength. So the fact that it's holding its gains, it's building higher lows, it's halted on the upside, I don't feel that comfortable shorting it right now at this moment. I feel more comfortable shorting it above the $2 mark, maybe after it gets another overextended move. So BGLC, I would give it to buyers right now. I would still say there's more activity towards buyers. I would say there's more, action towards buyers. So, we are in a very hot market team. Take a look at these scanners. We have OMH 273 right now. Again, crazy. BGLC 233, DBGI 200. Let's take a look over on our Fox Runner news scanner. And let's see what we have here, team. So when we take a look over on our news scanner right here, let's just go over and type some of this stuff on out. Let's go OMH at this moment. OMH, taking a look over on this play. What can you guys realize? Let me kind of tighten this up a little bit. We have OMH at this moment. OMH at this time. Here's the last news and filings that we have here. Thursday, February 2nd was the last news and filings that we have at this moment over on OMH. Thursday, way long ago. We don't have anything at this time. So when we take a look over on, what else do we have here? DBGI. Let's take a look over on this play. Any sort of news over on this stock at this time? Nothing I'm seeing. I'm not seeing any sort of news over on this play. I'm not seeing any sort of news or hyperactivity over on this stock whatsoever. So make sure that you guys are all set, ready to rock and roll, and that you guys are all dialed on in. So making sure that we're staying smart, making sure that we're staying alert and not forcing. Now, just quick little side note, ladies and gentlemen, for everyone that's tuned in right now, as you guys probably know, I've been blasting it all over social media, but what do you guys know is coming on up? It is going to be starting up Thursday and is going to be going up to Monday. We have our biggest bundle sale we have had in human existence. If you are not a member of Tradecaster.com, you will be receiving this Thursday to Sunday a free 30 days, 100% free of Tradecaster. If you are a member and you want to upgrade your subscription to a lifetime, to a yearly, you are getting 30% off every single membership. Now, with every member that signs up to Tradecaster this weekend, we are also giving you a free month of TradeZella access to log your trades, an amazing company. We are also giving you a free month of Fox Runner News Scanner, the news scanner that I use every day to find all the hottest news out there in the market. You are getting this for free. You are also getting Lightspeed, 3 months access for free, and you're also getting 33% off any membership on Trade Ideas, plus free access to their upcoming trader tournament, which has a $2,400 grand prize. So traders, this is nuts. We've never done this before, but this weekend, Thursday to Sunday, is the biggest bundle sale thing we've ever done in our lives. Every new person signing up to Tradecaster is free. Anyone that wants to upgrade gets 30% off. Everyone gets free TradeZella. Everybody gets free Fox Runner. Everybody gets free Lightspeed. And everybody gets 33% off Trade Ideas with free access to the Trade Ideas tournament. So make sure you guys take advantage of this weekend. It is huge. We've never done this before. You know how tough this was to get every single company on board with this? It was so tough. So we'll probably never have this again. These are all the tools you need to be successful, from scanners to new scanners to broker to community, and it's literally all free. Your next is all free. So make sure you guys are a member of TradeCaster and make sure that you guys are all set, ready to go. That starts on up. That's these scanners you guys see right here. That's this broker that you guys see right here. That is, again, this new scanner you guys see right here. Everything. It's all free as long as you guys sign up to TradeCaster or upgrade your subscription this weekend. All right, let's get back to work. But I want to make sure that you guys do not miss that. So big, so crazy. Yep, 30% off lifetime memberships as well. John, nope, Fox Runner is not live for everyone right now. Right now, I just have the beta. I just have the prototype, but you guys are going to be getting the first people to get free access to Fox Runner. So you guys are all good. Andrew Stocks, what is the best broker for shorting? Lightspeed, which is going to give you free access if you guys sign up this weekend. So you guys are going to get everything that I use for free. I literally can't make it any better for you guys. Literally everything that I use, I'm giving it everything for free. Everything. Scanners, broker, new scanner, logging, all that stuff. It's all free this weekend. Make sure you guys take advantage of it. All right, let's get back to work though, team. Let's get back to work. Let's turn on some tunes here and let's get a little crazy. All right, team. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. We're up $1,800 so far today. Let's see where this momentum's going to be taking us next. Got HOLO. We're watching. HOLO is not a bad play at all. HOLO, team, what's the issue? 200-day moving average. Everyone can see that. We do have the 200-day moving average, which is going to be a problem on this play, 2054. So if that could ever break that 2054, that could be solid. We are not missing anything on SPY right now. And let's also keep our eyes peeled on SMCI. Remember, we know underneath what price. I think it was 755. That starts getting weaker. Let's just confirm that. Yeah, it is 750. 750, underneath 750, that is where we start getting more of that sell-off and that drop. So SMCI, staying alert, staying ready. OMH, guys, OMH is still sitting right here. We got a lot of plays that are halted, though, at this moment. We got OMH, which is still trying to grind its way on up. We'll watch this. We have shares available to short. BGLC, team, is still halted. How long has BGLC been halted now for? This has been halted for a little bit. We also have a DBGI and what else? HOLO. HOLO is definitely getting weaker here. HOLO definitely could turn and start dropping pretty soon. The SPY right now not doing too much. Can we do some technical analysis over on SPX? I'm going to zoom out on SPX right here. And I want to figure out what we have on SPX. I'm going to try to figure this out really quickly, and then I'll show everyone over on TikTok because I know you guys can't see it as well. So I just want to grab some lines of support that I really see are holding up very well. So I know we could fall back down to this region right here. We have top resistance. I'm going across the board up here. Right now, I don't see any clear-cut predictability on SPX or SPY. If you're saying, Dek, which way is the SPY going to go? I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not going to make up any sort of random answer. Right now at this exact time, I don't see any clear-cut predictability. We're basically just in the middle. Now, team, that's part of trading. There are going to be times that the odds are going to be extremely in your favor. And there's going to be times that it's going to be a 50-50. So for instance, the S&P 500 right now, I would probably say right now, this is a 50-50. I don't know if it's going to go up. I don't know if it's going to go down. But when I take a look over on OMH and I see that OMH comes on up to this top red line, well, now the odds are in my favor. Remember, team, I could close my eyes any day of the week and just click buy or sell. I could always do that and have a 50-50 chance of winning. But if I do a little bit of technical analysis, just like I did over on OMH, and I said, hey, when it comes up to this red line, let's look to short. Now I don't have a 50-50. I have an 80-20, an 80% chance of success and a 20% chance of losing. I'll take an 80-20 all day. So that's what you guys need to realize, and that's what you guys need to understand is that you can always put the odds in your favor to have more success on your trades. Little heads on up, BMR team. Definitely looking ugly right now. BMR not holding on up very well at this time. Stock just went from $21, started fading back on down. Probably going to have some strong resistance up near around that 1875-ish mark if I had to take a guess. So BMR, I am going to accept some shares to look to go ahead and short this play. And I'm going to probably look for a BMR short, maybe up towards around that 1870-ish mark to kind of start small. Start small, see if I can get filled, and then go from there. So I'm looking like 1870. Then I would probably look towards around like 1890. Then I would look to see if we start getting back up towards like $19 plus to go ahead and try to get filled over on this play and go from there. So no entries yet, but if we do get up near around 1875, I'm gonna get a couple of small positions, like 200 shares each. So let's see if I can, get a little bit of a pop, get filled, and then get a reversal, and we'll try to see if we can make a little bit more money. So guys, just got my first little bid in. 200 shares, I'm betting against the company. I am betting that I think we're gonna have a little bit of a pop, and then I'm betting that we're going to fall back on down. Now, what I like to do on my plays, for a lot of people who do not know this, is I like to do a strategy called scaling in. Scaling in means that I put an entry at 1875. Then I put an entry at the price of, I put an entry at 1875. Then I put an entry at the price of $19. Then I put the entry at a price of $19.50. I slowly add as the stock moves on up. Now, why do I do this? So right now I have a price of $600, or I have right now a cost basis of $19. I did an entry at 1870. I did an entry at 1890. I did an entry at 1940. If I just did one entry, I would be at 1870. But when I do another entry, it brings my now cost basis to 1880. And now that I did another entry, it brings my cost basis to $19. So the thing is, when I go ahead and I do multiple entries, it helps get me a better cost basis. Now at this moment, BMR traders is starting to move on up. Deck, where would you get out of this play? So if I am, in the red right now, I'm down $600. I do have a few different things that I can do. Number one, I can get out, take my loss, move on from it. That is absolutely A-okay. Now, if I do take a loss, that's all part of the game. It's going to happen, but I don't want to blow up and lose all my gains on the day. Right now, this is still looking strong. I would probably say if we ever broke a high of the day, I would 100% be out of this play. You must always have some sort of stop loss. If you do not have a stop loss, you are going to find yourself never coming out profitable, because if you always think I must be a winner on a trade, you will not be a successful trader. That's just not how it works. So there's two different things that I could do right now here, team. BMR, I wanted to get filled at $18.75, $19, and $19.40. I did that, and I'm currently in the red at this moment. I'm up $1,800 on the day. I'm still up over $1,000 today, even if I take this loss. To me, that's okay. So the last thing I want to do is hold this and take a loss. If BMR opens on up and it has a gap up and it keeps on going up higher, I'm going to accept my loss. I'm going to move on, because at least I'm still green on the day. I'm still up over $1,000 on the day. If it starts falling, I'll keep on holding. But I'm telling every single person right now that if this play goes even an inch higher, I'm going to get out and I'm going to keep $1,000 in profit on the day. I'm going to let you guys know something here. I will not win every single trade, but the ones that I do win, I'm going to let run more. The ones that I lose on, I'm going to try to cut them as quickly as possible. So that's, extremely important to me as a trader, and it's extremely important to me as a mentor that traders always understand that. Right now, OMH team just had a little bit of a spike and started coming back on down. OMH underneath this red line, as long as OMH stays underneath this red line, it is, again, another potential short. It has been holding its gains, but I do want every trader to understand that. So OMH team, possible another short back on down towards that VWAP area if it goes underneath that 430-ish mark. So right now, we're still keeping our eyes peeled over on this stock here. We got OMH staying alert, staying ready. Appreciate, again, Geo now, and Douglas over on TikTok dropping some roses and some hearts that look like watermelons. I appreciate you, buddy. Which trader platform am I using? I'm using Lightspeed at this time. Lightspeed, which gives me opportunity to short stocks and bet against these plays. Lightspeed is going to give you 3 months of free access if you sign up to TradeCaster this weekend. So if you guys want the same broker that I use, you guys get 3 months of access. So I want to make sure that we're all good here. Still watching. We got BGLC, guys. BGLC, what did I tell you guys this morning? BGLC, I do not feel comfortable shorting BGLC until above $2. I think BGLC is going to keep holding up, guys. Here's BGLC again. BGLC just came up to 210. Is this play going to keep on going? Team, where does BGLC? I think BGLC needs to get halted another time. BGLC, let it get halted again. BGLC team, I don't feel comfortable shorting this spot. I know it sounded crazy this morning, but what did I tell you? I said BGLC is one of those plays that looks like it's just going to keep on squeezing. I am not in on this play. It's halted right now, and BGLC is one that will come crashing on down, but it just is shaping up to be one of these monster squeezes, it seems like. So let's go www.nasdaqtrader.com. You know, NASDAQtrader.com here. What do we have? We do have BMR. BMR should be getting unhalted at a 9:55 and 10 seconds. So remember, team, what's my game plan on BMR? BMR, if this play gaps up, I'm out. If it gaps down, I'll keep on holding. Dek, are you going to add anything on BMR? The answer, unfortunately, is no. I'm not going to add anything on BMR because the thing is, I don't want to get caught up and possibly go red on the day. No matter what, I'm going to be up still about $1,000 on the day. I'm not going to let one loss get emotional and basically take away my gains. We already have a $1,300 win and nearly a $500 win. If I lose $800 to $900 on this trade, I'm still extremely profitable today. So the thing is, keep it small. You can always make it back later. BMR, if we gap up, get out. If it gaps down, we're fine. So we'll see what happens when that one opens on up in 50 seconds. 50 seconds over on BMR, over on that play. I'm actually very happy and surprised that my power is still good. I'll tell you guys that right now. Anyone live in the Northeast? Right now in the Northeast, I'm getting dumped on in snow. There's so much snow outside. We've actually gotten a big winter. Yes, there has been like stretches of like very hot weather, like a 50-degree day, but this is probably the second, maybe third solid snowstorm here. All right, traders, all eyes. If this one gaps up, remember I'm getting out if it gaps up. If it gaps down, I'll keep on holding. In 3, 2, 1. BMR. Guys, I'm out. BMR, I'm out. BMR, I'm out. Not going to sit there and take any sort of unnecessary loss. BMR, out. So, Dek, I'm still up $700 on the day. All right, cool. I'll take that. Still up $700 on the day. Not going to again. Oh, look at this. No. Look at this. Ugh, that happens every now and then. Where basically, guess what happens now? Look at it, guys. Now it's starting to dump to the downside. Now BMR is starting to get to the dump to the downside. If I kept on holding for 10 seconds longer, I would have been in the green now. Look at this, team. If I held for 10 more seconds, I would have been in the green. But the thing is, I'm going to tell everyone right now, this is awesome. I'm happy this happened. I'm not really happy it happened. Okay, let's not be a liar. But it's cool that I can talk about it. So, team, for anyone that's confused on what happened here, I'm being a smart trader. I'm saying BMR. If it goes up, Dek, get out, stay green on the day. I'm still up $700. I can't be mad about that. But if I kept on holding, you can see a big red candle just happened. I would now be in the green. So not only would I not be down $1,000, but I would be up. I would be up $500 or so at this point. So what usually happens at this moment? Well, I'll tell you right now, team, this right here develops bad habits. For anyone that was in on BMR, that got out of their play with a loss and said, man, if I just kept holding for 5 more seconds, I would have been in the green. Guess what? Now on your next trade, when you're about to get out, you hold for another 5, 10 seconds, waiting for that possible dump. And it goes up higher, and now your loss gets bigger. And you say, what the heck? Last time I kept on holding and I got out and then it dumped. Now I'm holding and I keep losing even more. Don't let one trade develop bad habits on your trading. Traders, this is literally me giving you all the right answers. I'm literally yes, I could sit here and be a little bit of like a Reddit meme stock trader and say, guys, keep on holding, never sell, diamond hands. But the thing is, I want to teach you the right way to make money. I would rather stay green on the day and take a loss and not accept the fact that it could go up higher rather than hope that it's randomly going to turn around right away and then we get a big time dump on down. Sure, it gets frustrating, but what am I complaining about? I've been working for the last 30 minutes. I'm still up $700 on the day. So what would I really even be that upset about when I know there's still a massive amount of opportunity throughout this whole entire play? So let's make sure you guys are all set, ready to go here, and everyone is all good here. Go. Now let's see what we have. I want to see this. OMH still trying to climb here. BGLC still halted, team. BGLC. Deck, how high can BGLC go up to? Because this is going to be the biggest money maker of the day. Just sort of heads up for every single trader. BGLC will be the biggest money maker of the day. All right? So, BGLC still trying to spike. It's starting to get a little pullback. I don't think it's going to dump yet. I don't think it's going to dump yet on BGLC. I think BGLC, how much higher can this thing go up to? I like the price up above, 240 to 250, to be honest. Man, it just keeps getting halted every 3 seconds. It's honestly so tough to play because BGLC just keeps getting halted every few seconds. Really, if you're not in within the first 5 seconds on BGLC, you really can't even trade it. So that does get a little bit tough over on that play. SMCI traders, anyone interested on this? I know SMCI has been one of our favorite plays, one of our favorite stocks. And if you guys want to take a look right here, SMCI, this play right now, everyone watch this. Everyone see how we have bounce play, bounce play, bounce play. Then we do have SMCI. I'm going to actually lower this here slightly. Right here. Take a look. Bounce play, bounce play, bounce play, bounce play. Take a look at where we're at. SMCI is right on its trend line. The moment that starts going underneath that 750-ish mark, we have so much room to fall. SMCI might be an overnight hold tonight. Might be an overnight hold on the short side. That's definitely a possibility over on SMCI with its top upper shadow and an upper shadow right here. I would love to see consolidation, maybe a little bit of a crack, and then we see this thing get a big gap down tonight, back on down to 700. SMCI, that's definitely in play for me today. I definitely want to make sure that we're all good here. So far, 2 for 3 on the day. 2 for 3 on the day, up 700. Not a bad day so far. Let me ask you guys right now, who here would be happy making $700 per day by working at their home? Who here would be happy making $700 a day by being your own boss? Who here would be happy not having to commute anywhere, not having to work underneath someone else, being able to spend more time with family and friends and only have to work for the first hour to the first 30 minutes of the day and be able to walk away with $700? I mean, I don't think that's a bad gig. I don't think that's a bad job, guys. And I was just up $1,800. So I did take a little bit of a loss right there, as you guys know, but that's part of trading. Sometimes you want to keep making more. So we got to stay alert, stay ready on this play here. SPY. Deck, is the lifetime membership off 30% this weekend? Correct. Every single membership will be 30% off this weekend. And if you've never been a Tradecaster member, you will get a free month. So all brand new people signing up to Tradecaster are getting all 3 months access. You guys don't have to pay anything. And then anyone that is a member already and would like to upgrade, everything will be 30% off. Every single thing. So that's the lifetime membership, 30% off. That's going to knock it down like $1,100, $1,200. It's almost going to be the same exact price as the annual membership. So everything, annual membership, semi-annual, everything's 30% off. Then, of course, you guys already know everything else that's coming with it. All this good stuff. TradeZella, Fox Runner, Lightspeed, Trade Ideas. You guys get everything as well this weekend. HOLO. Ooh, HOLO team. Look at that play. HOLO. That one's not stopping at this time. HOLO. About to get halted towards the upside. What I love is that there is some action, team. Someone flipped the switch on the penny stock market, haven't they? Someone has flipped the switch on the penny stock market. Guys, I really do still like BMR. I really do think there's a ton of opportunity on BMR. BMR, this is the play. I want to just take a look here. BMR, if I connect some dots, I just want to connect some dots, see where we're at here. This is where I see our trend line. So even though I just took a loss on BMR, I still do enjoy the fact that this one could be a great moneymaker for us. You guys can see that we had a bounce, a bounce, a bounce, a bounce, a bounce, and we did get a bounce and now a VWAP bounce. And are we going to start fading? Is BMR going to start getting weaker? Are we going to get a little pop back on up? BMR here, traders, if it does pop back on up, this is going to be like a little new wedge that we are going to form. I still do like the wedge here. And remember, what was my cost basis? My cost basis was $19. It's all the way down to $17.40 now. I'm not even upset with my entry. My entry that I had, I'm pretty pumped with it, to be honest. It's actually a very solid entry to have an entry at around that $19 mark. The stock is all the way down to $17.30 at this point. So BMR here, traders, still a stock that has a lot of room to be able to fall, still has a lot of room to be able to fade here. And I'm not even upset with that $19 entry. Nope, John. Sale starts this weekend. Thursday to Monday. Thursday to Monday is when the sale starts. Right now, BMR still watching this one. Got to stay alert and stay ready. It's still, the SPY hasn't done too much today, team. It's not like we're seeing a ton of SPY action. SPY is just moving sideways right now. We are not really missing anything on the SPY. SMCI is definitely getting weaker. OMH, not too much here. HOLO is one of the best plays so far. We do have this little downtrend getting all set here, team. I would not be surprised if BMR starts getting that fade. BMR starts dropping on down, and we do have HOLO. How high can HOLO go up to? This is obviously the next big question. How high can HOLO get up to? This is a play that can obviously rip. It's a play that can obviously run. HOLO, 30 bucks or so. I mean, we got a lot of strong resistance at 28. I mean, HOLO looks like it's going to gap up and try to go on a little bit of a rip and run. You know, anywhere between 28 to 30 is kind of where I'm kind of hunting HOLO. Anywhere between $28 and $30 is where I'm looking to hunt HOLO when this one opens on up. Let's get a time. Let's get a time here, team, on when HOLO is going to be opening on up. HOLO, 10:02 and 7 seconds. That means it's going to be getting unhalted at 10:07 and 7 seconds. 10:07 and 7 seconds. That's going to be in about a minute here that we're going to open on up and be live and good to go. Diaz, what's a good penny stock to buy right now? Well, your options are BGLC. I would probably be saying it looks like it's going to dump. I want to short this play above 240, but that means there is also opportunity to go up towards around 240. I like HOLO right now, where I think it's going to go up towards around $28. I would like to short it up near $28. DBGI, not doing too much for us at this moment. HOLO, yeah, it seems like it's really, BGLC we're watching. OMH starting to fall apart here. That one should slowly fade. And then we do have HOLO. That's going to be the top watch at this moment. BMR, also team, here comes BMR with a little bit of a dump. So BMR traders is starting to get a little bit weaker at this point as well. So if you guys are sitting on BMR, again, I'm happy with my entry that I had at $19. I was just trying to be a smart trader and say, hey, you know what? I don't want to get squeezed. Unfortunately, that does happen from time to time, that you get out of a play and that it does what you want. But you know what? Staying green on the day, I can't really be that upset. Also, I do have HOLO coming on up here, and we can definitely get involved on this play. HOLO deck, what's the idea of this one? I still think there's more room to climb. So, HOLO team, what I am going to look to do is do a limit order on a dip buy. I'm going to do 500 shares, look to see if I can get a dip buy back on down in the 20-cent region. So 500 shares, see if I can do a dip buy in the 20-cent region right when this opens on up. If I can get filled, great. If I can't get filled, no big deal. But what I would like is get filled on a dip buy and then spike back on up if that is a possibility. So guys, we got 9 seconds here. 9 seconds, waiting to see, what's going to happen. All right, guys, get ready. We might be opening up in about 3 seconds here. 3, 2, guys, we are open right now. I am going to place dip buy opportunities. See if I can get filled on a quick little dip buy if this thing ever dumped on down. Get filled and get a little bounce play back on up. I don't want to get halted on the downside. I want to get filled in the 20s. I might get halted on the downside already. What'd that do? $24 to 21? Nah, it's going to get halted already. LULD. See, so this is how we know it's going to get halted. It says LULD. LULD stands for limit up or limit down. If you hit the LULD price, the stock gets frozen. So you can see right here, the stock is now frozen. There's nothing that we can do right here. So LULD gets hit, the stock gets frozen, and now we're halted. So just a little heads up for you guys, so you guys always know what's happening here. So that one, unfortunately, I was not able to get filled on that one whatsoever. All right, and now we're kind of coming down to a little bit of a standstill here. We still got BGLC, which has been halted. OMH at this time, not doing too much. DBGI, not too much. And the SPY, just not doing anything here. So the S&P 500 at this moment, team, not doing much at all for us. SMCI, still getting that little bounce back on up, still staying bullish. Traders, I think every single play that you guys need to be aware of, we're crushing it right here. Remember, SMCI, Dek, do we need to short it? Not at all. Not until we crack this 30-minute time frame, right? Underneath this trend line, underneath 750 is where we all hammer down SMCI. Make sense? When we crack the trend line over on SMCI, that is where we are going to hammer it down. Bounce play, bounce play, bounce play. You see bounce play, and it came on down and bounced off this. This purple line represents where it supports at. Once we crack this purple line, it's going to start falling apart. It's going to start getting ugly. Okay? Very simple trade. Should make a lot of money when that eventually happens. Then, what else do we have here? BGLC. BGLC team, this play is unfortunately just getting halted every few seconds. You are unfortunately not going to really be able to trade BGLC because it moves too quickly. It gets halted every few seconds. It's just not one that's going to really be you can really even play whatsoever. DBGI, we will keep this on watch to see if this is going to be able to battle back on up. What's BMR doing? BMR trying to stay alive. Is there a possibility that this squeezes back up to $20? Yes, but it's going to have to break back above this uptrend and break back above this orange line, which is the downtrend area. So we will be watching both of those areas. And then last but not least, we do have HOLO, where HOLO does look like it's starting to reverse. 200-day moving average is at the price of $20.54. And let's just see over on HOLO, is this stock shortable? And hold on a second. Guys, unfortunately, HOLO, there's no shares available to short. So the only option on HOLO is to go on the long side. So Dek, what could we honestly trade at this moment? You can wait for SMCI to get the dump. You can get involved with HOLO on the long side, which means you buy it looking for the bounce play. Or we could be looking for BMR to squeeze back on up. These are kind of the possibilities that I'm throwing out there at the moment. DBGI trying to squeeze here a little bit. DBGI definitely trying to get a little bit of that squeeze. I want to see, does DBGI have any sort of news behind it? Newsfilter.io, DBGI. Let's see. DBGI here, 10 minutes ago, 8K filing just came on out. Registration, the company released that it's reaffirming its fiscal year $27 million forecast in revenue. DBGI said that they're not going to be having any offerings. Okay, so DBGI right here, team, is getting some hype and is getting some momentum. It's definitely trying to get up towards around this $10 region. Over on DBGI, we've had 1 spike, 2 spike, 3 spike. Definitely having some strong resistance right here. Is this stock shortable? DBGI. Yes, there are shares available to short if you wanted to get filled on this play. Is starting to get a little bit weaker at this moment right now. So DBGI just basically spiked itself on up towards around that $9 region. Now starting to get a little bit, still again, keeping our eyes peeled here. So again, DBGI, notice strong resistance across the board. Every time it seems like it comes up towards around that 920-ish mark, we start having some trouble, start having a little bit of a pullback from there. I do think we could easily get back up towards around that 875 mark or so, and then start seeing some resistance and start seeing a little bit of a pullback. So traders, yes, I will be looking. I want to see DBGI here and kind of go for something similar that I did before with maybe doing some shares on this play as we start moving on up here again. So I do think I am interested on getting involved over on DBGI as this play, tries to push itself on up here slightly. So can DBGI get a little bit of a pop? Go a little bit of a pop, start getting some shares filled on this play, and then start getting some weakness. Again, I would slowly scale in on this one. As long as we stay underneath the price of 950-ish, there's a lot of opportunity to fall. If you break 950, I do think there's possibility to squeeze. If you ever break 950, there's a lot of possibility to squeeze. Man, it's starting to get weaker already, team. Starting to get a little bit of that drop, unfortunately. I wanted to try to get filled. I had entries at 880-ish. Did not get filled at 880. Tried to get filled at 880. Did not get filled there. And you can see how we still have a little bit of trouble here. Deck, you know, what do we see? What we can see is we have a little bit of this new uptrend that's probably going to start forming. So we have this little new uptrend that's going to try to start forming. Probably going to get inside a very tight wedge. Do not short DBGI right now. You're probably going to get inside this very tight wedge over this next hour. So if you guys need a clear understanding of what this is going to do, it's probably going to look like something like this, where we are going to see DBGI get tighter and tighter and tighter inside this wedge. And then again, we could possibly see a possible breakout or a possible dump. No entries for myself right now. Stock is still trying to stay alive. Let's see. We just had 1 touch, 2 touch, 3 touch, and is now looking for the 4th touch. Are we going to be able to break out or not? Right now, no entry for me, guys. You can see, once you see me get filled, it'll be right here. I just don't want to, my biggest fear is something happens like that just happened on OMH, where I get filled, it spikes on up, then comes crashing on down. Just like look what happens right there. It's basically right now at this moment, spiking, then dumping, spiking, then dumping, spiking, then dumping. I want to be ready for this in case this does dump. I just don't want to get filled if it's about to spike on me. DBGI team looking strong. No shorts for me at this moment. DBGI looking strong. No shorts for me at this moment. Don't want to get caught up on this one if this one squeezes, but I just want to be ready for it in case it does start turning and starts reversing like we saw in BMR. See a little, lower shadow again. Big spread. Big spread, guys. We got about a 20-cent spread at this moment. Nothing we're missing on SPY. DBGI is definitely the hottest stock here. BMR starting to dump. Man, guys, that is a little frustrating, team. I had BMR at $19. BMR, team. That's the stock I shorted at $19. And look where it's at right now. That could be a massive gain for me. It just, that one little upper shadow squeezed me out. And that happens. I mean, it's all part of the game. It happens from time to time. Juice Master, does any of these stocks have news? None of these stocks have any sort of big news behind them. But do I look at news every day? Absolutely. I look at the news every day. I do charting. I do technical analysis. I break down everything. I talk about it live beforehand. So, I get it. Guys, hey, trust me. I 100% understand if you are a person who has never watched me before. You might say, oh, here's another guy. Here's another guy just randomly trade. Here's another guy. I will tell you right now, and you can have my word. And I think every single person who can back me up on this. Traders, I am not like most people you see on YouTube or TikTok. I am going to bring the heat every single day. I will explain every single trade. I will show every single P&L. I will go over why I'm taking the trade. I will talk about what I like, what I don't like. I will show you when I win. I will show you when I lose. I am going to explain it to help you become a better trader. If you honestly want to become a better trader, I stream everything live for you to watch me in real time to be able to see it and get a better understanding of it. If you guys are, again, used to the normal social media of, oh, this guy just posts, again, $10,000 P&Ls and doesn't ever show it, that's not my style. My style is doing it live for you. My style is going over everything in person. My style is, again, explaining it all. And I think any person that has watched me for more than a week can, again, back me on up as well, kind of showing there's a reason why I'm one of the best out there, maybe the best out there. Possibility, the best out there. And there's a couple other pros you get here. Number one, I'm pretty damn funny. I talk about some things. I might make you laugh. I might make you giggle. Number two, I'm pretty good damn looking. It's very nice to stare at someone for 7 hours. That's a hard 7 or above. Number three, we have the best trading community in the world over on Tradecaster.com that we only accept good-looking people. So if you guys ever sign up to Tradecaster and you don't get accepted, it's probably just because you're ugly. Go lose some weight, come back, try again, and we'll probably accept you. But we only work with hard 7s and above. That's just the way I do things. I'm sorry, no uglies here. Then, on top of that, we always, again, break down every play with lessons, with education, making sure that you guys are all set, ready to go. So it's a learning experience. It's the best place that you could possibly be. Matt saying, "Dang, I can't join. Not fit enough." I got you. It's all good. It's all good, baby. Guys, DBGI, I love it. DBGI, everyone see this wedge? So if you guys are saying, Deck, what's going on right here? How about this, team? Take a quick little lesson, okay? 3-second lesson here. No longer than that. I'm going to show you guys some pictures. You guys tell me what happened on DBGI. You guys ready for it? Show you guys some pictures. You guys tell me what happened on DBGI. Exhibit A. Spike hit resistance. Once, twice, 3 times we broke on out. Exhibit B. We again hit resistance, hit resistance, hit resistance. Spiked, we broke on out. Exhibit C. We spiked, we spiked, we spiked. We hit our resistance, we broke on out. That's a picture of my dog. That is not Exhibit D. But this could be Exhibit D. You guys can see right here, top resistance, top resistance, top resistance. You break on out. So the thing is, what is happening over on DBGI? DBGI hit resistance, hit resistance, hit resistance. Here the higher low, broke on out. So you guys can see where we just made, made this very nice move here. HOLO team working its way back on up, and DBGI working its way on up. Big question here, team. How high will DBGI go? This is the big question. How high will DBGI go? I'm thinking somewhere in the $14 region. Somewhere between $14 to $15 is what I'm thinking over on DBGI. That's where I'm going to short. We start getting anywhere between $14 to $15. That's where I'm hammering down shorts. Make sense? So DBGI here, team. That's what I'm going to look at and see if that one can gap up, spike on up towards that $14, $15 mark, get, some sort of resistance and start falling back on down. DBGI 10:16 and 50 seconds. We'll get unhalted at 10:21 and 50 seconds. FP cam deck, those are old images. The images says that so again, just a little heads on up. So basically, he's saying, Deck, these are old images. Excuse me, let me go back to our wedge patterns. Okay? Saying, Deck, these are old images. It's saying 2016. I know. I love it. Literally, we have the same exact patterns that I've been using since I just started stock trading. You know what these are from? These are from when I was still getting the hang of stock trading. And I'm saying, this triangle broke on out. And again, this triangle broke on out. And this triangle broke on out. This triangle broke on out. We get very big spikes. It doesn't matter if it's from 2016 or 2024. The same exact patterns are working for the last 9 years. So if you are saying to yourself, Deck, how have you been a full-time stock trader for the last 9 years now? It's because I've been doing what? Using the same exact setups, using the same exact patterns. Once you learn the stock market is going to be consistent. The reason why people are not successful is because they go on Twitter, they go on Reddit, they go on whatever stock twits, and they just buy whatever stock everyone else is buying. They wait until the number one stock is all the way up in the highest possible point, and then they buy it later. Then again, they're just randomly saying, oh, why is it every time I buy something, it goes the opposite direction? Does this sound like you? If it sounds like you have to understand that you have to learn the patterns, the setups, the ideas, the technical analysis, the chart, the level 2 reading. You will never be successful just by saying, hey, what are you doing? What is that guy doing? What is this guy doing? What is this guy doing? I can walk up to Tom Brady and say, hey, I want to play this stock, or I want to run this play. If he wants to run a play, he might execute the play differently than I would, though, right? So you got to have the skill set. You got to be able to know what you're doing, know how to react, know what to be able to do on these plays. Little heads on up, DBGI is live right now, team. DBGI is live at this moment. Can we get this possible squeeze and pop on up? We're still going right now. Come on. I want to see that next leg. Underneath $10, things can get very weak and it can fade on off. The 200-day moving average is the main area of resistance right now. It's starting to break it, team. LULD. Okay, LULD's at 1236. Let's see if we can squeeze up there. It's not getting super hard spikes right now, but it is definitely still moving. Come on, keep on squeezing. Keep on squeezing. I want this all the way up to $14, $15 before I can short this play. And if you guys are on the long side right now, you guys are doing fantastic. Long side, killing it right here. Make sure you stay above that $10 mark. Let's get halted to the upside here more. That's the goal. Come on here, baby. Let's keep on pushing. Let's keep on ripping. Let's keep on running. Let's keep doing what we do best, baby. So I'm just waiting for all these moves to try to keep on climbing the best we can. And if we can keep getting halted towards the upside, I want to see in the 14s is where I want to short. So we're at 12s right now. LULD's at 1333. That means we're going to get halted at 1333. Let me ask you guys, over on TikTok, is the music too loud? Over on TikTok, can you guys hear me? I'm trying. I'll try to lower that. If it's too loud, I apologize. There you go. I'll just turn it off. I'll just turn it off for you guys right now so that you guys are all set. I'll just turn it off for you guys so you guys are all good. Make it louder. I could. Guys, right now, DBGI is starting to get a little bit of that reversal here. I'm still looking for this play. Now, a lot of people always ask me this question. They say, Dek, if you're looking for this one to go up to $14 to $15, why not go long to $14 and $15? I get that question every single day. The answer is, I don't know if it's going to 100% get to $14, $15. But if it does get up there, I feel confident about a short. So my target's there, but my target doesn't mean it's going to hit. But if it does get there, I know that it's going to be a good play, right? So it's like, it's more of the fact that it's like, I don't know if it's going to get to $14, $15, but if it does get to $14, $15, that's where I do know it's going to be a good, solid opportunity to get some sort of short. Right now, we do have DBGI, though, getting weaker. DBGI is getting weaker. Got up towards a high of the day of 1233. We are looking to smash through that if we can. We're not missing anything. The SPY really hasn't done anything for us today, guys. So we're not missing anything there. BGLC starting to come back on down a little bit. Still very halty type of choppy play. Not easy to play whatsoever. We did see BMR. BMR was the only stock I lost on today, but it was an amazing entry. I got filled at $19 looking for this crack at the upper shadow, scared me out, and then dumped. So unfortunately that happened. We're still sitting very green on the day, up over $700 on the day. He ready? Good morning, good morning, good morning. Let's get ready to rock and roll. Let's get ready to crush it here. So we still got DBGI. We're looking to see if this thing can spike and squeeze its way on up. So still waiting on this, guys. While we're waiting on DBGI, woo! Team, got to take a little shout out right here. Jason Lundsey over in chat just donated $10 saying, Dek, you're a 10 in my book, you big dog. Jason Lundsey with a $10 donation and throwing in an extra compliment. You know, it's not easy to be people like us, Jason. Jason, I think you deserve a compliment every now and then for the $5 donation. I want you to know right now that I want you to go out this weekend. I want you to go out this weekend, and I want you to go to a bar that you've never been to before. And when you walk into that bar, I want you to say that your name is Chives McVillan. And I want you to say that you are a billionaire. And again, have a checkbook and pay for your drinks in checks at the bar, okay? And the moment that you see a very pretty, attractive lady, walk up to her and tell her that you are going to buy her a drink, any drink she wants, and write it in a check and leave it as a blank check and say to the bartender, tip yourself whatever you want. Get out of here. Then I want you to have the night of your life. Okay? You ever again, Jason, I got you. Hooking you on up right here with the little secrets. Bring a checkbook to a bar next time. You'll be amazed at what happens. Multi-billionaire is your persona. Team, we didn't get that big spike just yet here. Still got DBGI waiting for that next leg. DBGI still waiting for that next leg. See if that thing can pull for us. Get that main move. We're close. We like this opportunity. And I'm happy I'm not shorting now. If you guys are on calls or if you guys are on longs, you guys are still good to go. Calls, longs, you guys are still good to go. If you guys don't have any shorts or if you guys don't like shorting, remember, I want this to get up to $14, $15. That is the ultimate goal. We are still squeezing. Just hit another new high of the day. Now, Dek, if you're saying why 14, why $15, I'm just thinking a great overall area is going to be where this was, where we had some old bouncing. You guys can see bounce play right here, bounce play right here, bounce play, bounce play, bounce play, bounce play, top resistance, upper shadow, top resistance. So, I mean, that's all in that like 14, 14, 20 region. So you can see that's all in that like 14, 20, 14, 50 region. And maybe it's going to spike up to like $15 plus. Definitely still a possibility that we could go all the way up towards, $15 or so. But it's just more of, what I'm thinking. It's more of the idea of where I'm at this moment, saying, okay, hey, can we get that, can we get this move? Can we get this pop? Right now, it's still holding its gains, though, pretty well. Right now, it's still holding its gains, has a little a lower shadow there. Little trend line on its trend line. Buyers are still trying to do their best to stay alive here. Buyers are doing their best to keep this thing up and pushing here. What's going on with SMCI? Guys, nope, SMCI, no shorts at all. I already gave you guys the answer here. You do not want to go against the grain, okay? The last thing you want to do is go against the grain on SMCI. SMCI traders is a joke. It's a joke play. It's a clown play, okay? And I'm very sorry if you are an investor on NVDA or SMCI. I'm happy how much you guys are killing it. But I'm also going to be honest with you. Do you think it's real? Let's just do this, team. Okay, let's take a look at a couple different plays. Let's look at Apple. Okay, let's look at Apple and let's look at a monthly time frame on Apple. Okay, even Apple on a normal year looks like this. Okay, that's pretty normal. From 2011 to 2019, you could see that we're basically going up, we're going down, we're going up, we're going down. Then look what we basically have done over the last like 2 years, where we are seeing kind of some straight up type of movement. NVDA and SMSI are even crazier. NVDA has gone straight up over the last few months. Now I get it. It had good earnings. It's an artificial intelligence play. The hype is real on artificial intelligence and it's going crazy. Please understand this, team. I do not think NVDA is a bad company. I don't think that at all. I think NVDA is a great company. I just think it's overly hyped up a bit. Same exact thing with SMCI. Does this look like a natural chart pattern? Does this look sustainable to anyone? Does this look like, oh yeah, Dek, no, this is all normal. This is not, you know what this reminds me of? I'll show you exactly what this reminds me of. This reminds me of penny stocks, such as like BMR. When I take a look over on BMR here, team, and I take a look over on the last 30-minute time, this is what it looks like to me. When I look at BMR, I see a ginormous spike and I see a ginormous dump. This is the same thing that I will think is the ultimate destination for SMCI. That at some point, it's going to be back on down to 400. But it's too tricky to know when that's going to be. SMCI is still going up. It's a good company. It's riding the rails of the AI hype. It's still moving on up. You could be an AI fanatic and you can hate me. Guys, I'm on your side. I think it's an amazing play. I just think it's still just way too overbought. It's ridiculous. And I think everyone can admit that. So where am I actually going to get involved on SMCI? Very simple, when this trend line breaks. That's where I want to get involved in SMCI. The day that SMCI cracks this trend line right here is when I'm going to get involved into it. SMCI has over a 90 on the RSI. It's still moving up. It's moved up in the last 2 months. It's moved up $500. SMCI, since the price of 500, has now been riding this uptrend. Bounce play, bounce play, bounce play, bounce play, bounce play. You guys can see right here, bounce play. Once it goes underneath this purple line, look for a short. But I would not go against the trend right now. I would not go against this play until that trend breaks. Let's not be crazy. Let's not let our emotions take ourselves to points where we're only going to hurt ourselves. Taking a look over on HKD. HKD was the biggest spike I've ever seen in history. And absolutely, guys, take a look. It did something very similar. This was the biggest spike I've ever seen in my life. This was back in 2022, about 2 years ago. It went from $9 and shot all the way up to $2,557. Team, how crazy is that? It went from $9. So in reality, if you had a $9,000 account, you could have made $2.5 million in the matter of 5 days. If you had a $5,000 account, you could have made $1.6 million in 5 days. How crazy is that? That's what's so nuts. That's what's so wild. That's what's so crazy about this play. But you know what's even crazier? Is 5 days later, it was back on down to $180. And about 2 months later, it was back on down to $41. So a stock that went from $9 to $2,500 about a month later is back on down in the 30s. That's what's so nuts about this play. When you go straight up, you tend to come straight back on down. That's what usually happens. Sean, yes, I am out of SMCI. I again got in on SMCI last week, hit my stop loss, got out. Remember, team, I'm going to be a trader that's always going to have stop losses. I'm always going to be a trader that's going to be able to, move on from that. So I want to make sure that you guys are all set, all good to go here. But that's, one of those top plays. DBGI, team, unfortunately starting to get a little bit weaker. Guys, DBGI cracking this uptrend. Take a look here. So now it's going to this area. So you guys can see the trend line crack. Trend line crack, keep fading. Now, remember, I was waiting for 14 bucks. Again, I'm not upset with today whatsoever. I'm still up again, $700 on the day. Still very happy. Things are starting to slow on down here just slightly. Are there any other trades that we can really get involved in at this moment? I'm going to say, let's just take a quick little second. Let's take a quick little breather. Remember, team, I'm going to definitely be talking about this a little bit just because I don't want anyone to miss it. Starting on up this Thursday. It goes from Thursday to Monday. We are going to be giving away everything. If you guys like my scanners, if you guys like my broker, if you guys want to know how I find the news as quickly as I can, if you guys want to watch me trade every single day, I'm giving you all of my scanners, everything, all the tools that I use, as long as you sign up to TradeCaster this weekend. Free access for every single member on TradeCaster. Then you also get TradeZella 100% for free. You get my new scanner 100% for free. My broker, you get 3 months 100% for free. And Trade Ideas gives you 30% off all memberships plus free entry into their upcoming tournament to win $2,500. So make sure you guys are all set. That kicks off Thursday to Monday. This upcoming week, you get absolutely everything that you guys see as long as you guys either A, upgrade your subscription on TradeCaster, or B, sign up and you guys will get everything for free. Once this weekend ends, we're never doing it again. It was so difficult to get every single company on board to do this, so it's probably never going to happen again. So make sure you guys take advantage of that. So make sure we're all set here. Yep, that's the new scanner, Cash. SSRM. SSRM. Nice dump so far in SSRM. I like the dump. Martin, thank you for the heads up over there. So want to make sure every single trader is all good at this time. Want to make sure every single person is all alert here. Let's go through these top gainers together. Guys, does DBGI have potential to be able to break on out here? DBGI still holding this uptrend. Do I like it? Yes, I do. DBGI, keep this play on high watch, high alert to see if we can be able to hold these gains, squeeze ourselves on up. BGLC, do I like this play? I do, but unfortunately on BGLC team, as I stated, it just is too slow to be able to trade. It gets halted every few seconds. So BGLC, I do like it. I do think it's going to dump all the way back on down, but BGLC, it just gets halted nonstop. The best time to trade BGLC is going to be either in after hours or pre-market, as it can't be halted at that time. So BGLC, I like it. DBGI looks like it's about to dump on down even to new lows, guys. Little heads on up. DBGI looks like we're about to fade all the way back on down towards new lows. It looks like we're going to go all the way down to the VWAP. If anyone's shorting it, notice we're cracking that trend line. We also do have OMH. OMH right now is starting to fade at this moment. OMH, this is a play that came up towards around $6, has been fading. So is there anything at this moment that is near its highs? BGLC is not near its highs. We have DBGI right now, which looks like it's going to start fading, not near its highs. OMH is starting to get a little bit weaker. That's not near its highs. What about BMR? BMR is trying to battle back. BMR is trying to get a little bit of life. I will say BMR at this moment is breaking its downtrend here just slightly. So we want to keep our eyes peeled to see if that is going to be able to squeeze and pop itself back on up here. We also do have the S&P 500. S&P 500 trying to get back up towards around that 495 area. So I want to make sure that you guys are all good. Chase, again, if you hit us up for about a hat, we are sending all those out this week. So don't worry. If you, again, hit us up about a hat, we are sending all of the hats out this week if you ordered one. And you guys will be all set. We actually, just heads on up, we actually just got some brand new ones in here as well. Oh, these are looking good. Just clear, clean, black ones. Tradecaster.com, baby. Some clear black hats right there. Nice, easy, simple, looking gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely amazing. So we do have black as well that you guys can get after. Guys, SPY right now, little bit of a pop. Little bit of a pop over on the SPY. SPX getting a little bit of movement. Scrooge, what time do you start trading every morning? Scanners go up at 7 a.m. Then I start live commentating around 9 a.m., but I do pre-market commentary around 8. Email me at dekmartrades@gmail.com if you guys are interested in a hat. They are $39 plus $10 for shipping. I do see the S&P 500 starting to move itself back on up here, team. Little bit of a climb. Remember, the S&P 500, we do have this very nice uptrend. You guys can see bounce play, nice move, bounce play, nice move, right? Bounce play, nice move on up here. Still staying alert, still staying live. Shout out to everyone over on TikTok that's watching today. If you guys are watching over on TikTok, I will be live throughout this entire week as we count down to that massive sale that we have. Also, if you guys are over on YouTube, we are again live this entire week as we have our countdown to our massive sale. So make sure if you guys are watching on TikTok, you guys hit, double tap it, give it a thumbs on up. If you guys are again watching over on YouTube, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. Make sure you guys hit that follow button so you guys are not missing anything as I go live this week. What do we have here? Are we still having HOLO? Start move ourselves on up. HOLO right now, team. HOLO, unfortunately, is non-shortable, though. That's the issue over on HOLO. HOLO, non-shortable play. The only thing that we can do on HOLO is go up. That's the only thing we can do. Go up on HOLO. So if we want to bet that this thing is about to spike and go higher, we definitely can. I do still like how we are building some sort of higher lows. Most likely, it's going to have to squeeze. So, team, if I had to give a prediction, I would say it's going to spike back up near $24. Then it's going to fall. Then the next one will be closer to that corner of the triangle where we could squeeze and be able to get that nice push and be able to get that nice rip and run. So that's kind of what we're more looking at this moment here. Still like DBGI, team. DBGI is not giving up. DBGI is not giving up here, traders. I'm going to adjust this trend line here slightly. Giving it DBGI that kind of new fresh trend right here at this moment. See if this thing's going to be able to hold itself on up here. All right, now DBGI, still a little bit of a squeeze here. DBGI still watching this one, see if this one can squeeze. I want to see if this one's going to be able to move itself on up. See if this one can pull and push and get that rip. Notice again, DBGI traders, if this one does squeeze, we still have that target all the way up near around $14, $15 on this play. It's been an excellent morning so far. We are 2 for 3 on the morning, but we are looking for our next trade. We definitely want to get everyone involved, getting ready for our next trade, getting ready for our next move. I would probably say at this moment, again, just one last little walkthrough, BGLC. No, I don't need that one. I would say I do think, though, BGLC is going to give everything back. I do think by the end of today, BGLC will be back by around $1, and I do think it could fade all the way back down to where it started near like 40 cents. So do I think BGLC is a bad trade? Not at all. I think BGLC has a lot of potential to dump. So just a little heads up if anyone's interested on that. Other than that, OMH, huge red candle, don't really need it. ARBB right here, big time dump, don't really need it. BMR at this time. Notice how BMR, you guys can follow this trend line. This trend line is still very weak. It's back underneath that VWAP area. We do have this play still fading and falling. BMR, I think it's going to hover a little bit around this VWAP area, but as long as it holds underneath this downtrend, we are still good to go to keep on holding for shorts if you guys want to short. SMCI, there is no reason to short this play until the point that I told you. I don't want anyone emailing me saying, oh, Dek, you said short this play. No, I didn't. I said short this play when we crack our trend line. We are way too strong, way too bullish to be going in on shorts right now. We can look for shorts maybe at like 900, but honestly, team, this play at this time is just way too bullish and it's still holding up way too well to go against the grain. So as bad as I want to short SMCI, I can't do it at this moment. DBGI, the play that I'm most interested at this time though, DBGI right here, play that I'm most interested here, this one does have a nice uptrend. And we'll see if this uptrend holds. If this uptrend cracks, team, we might jump in on some small shorts here just because it's starting to crack its trend line. Could fade all the way back on down. And we might have the possibility of getting some weakness. So DBGI here, team. You guys can see we have a little wedge forming. Everyone take a look. Guys, we might get some fireworks in the next few moments. Might get some fireworks in the next few moments because DBGI does have this wedge forming. And it's going to have to make a move here pretty soon. So you guys can all see that this wedge is getting tighter and tighter and tighter. And then as this wedge gets tighter, we're looking for this possible squeeze. Trader, yep, if you already have a lifetime membership, you will 100% get all discounts. Absolutely, trader. So you will get all discounts. Absolutely. All the codes. Again, I'm going to be sending you guys codes for all this free access, all right? So right now, DBGI still watching this one here closely. Want to see if this one is going to be able to squeeze. Right now, DBGI here, team watching to see if this thing can squeeze. Nope, still having some trouble. Notice what we have is this wedge. So really, team, if anyone's wondering, saying, Dek, like, what is a wedge supposed to do? I already showed you guys some examples before, but let me show you guys some other examples, kind of like of bull flag wedges. So you could see, like, this is kind of similar to DBGI, where you guys could see nice little squeeze, tighter and tighter and tighter, and guess what happens? Nice push, nice breakout. You guys can see right here, you know, we have this nice little wedge. It squeezes tighter and tighter and tighter. Nice squeeze, nice breakout. Take a look right here. You guys can see nice little squeeze, nice push, nice breakout. You guys see right here, nice little squeeze, nice push, nice breakout. You guys see a nice little squeeze, nice push, nice breakout. See this nice little squeeze, nice push, nice breakout. right? So that's the idea that's about to happen right here. I would probably say the closest one that we just had to this was, you know what, probably we had, I mean, there's a little squeeze and a nice breakout. I'd probably say this, right? Would you guys say that that's along the lines of similarity, where we do have a nice little uptrend, we do have this downtrend, we're getting to the corner of the triangle, and we're looking for that pop and move. That's the idea. Now, it doesn't always mean we are going to pop and move. There are times that we get dumps instead. There are times that we start seeing these, you know, drops. So right now, DBGI still watching, still waiting, still staying alert here. Woody, I get that question a lot as well over on TikTok. Woody asked, Dek, how do you have so much energy this early in the morning? I mean, I don't know how people don't have this much energy this early in the morning. We are literally trading the most fun job that you could possibly have. I'm literally waking up, rolling over, trading the stock market, making thousands of dollars, and doing it off predictable moves in front of all you guys. It's like, what else do you guys want? It's like, I don't have to commute anywhere. I don't need to be in front of any boss. I don't have to be sitting around, you know, making fake friends with my employees that I don't like. It's like, I make the money that I want to make based off my work ethic. It's like, literally, like, how could I not be excited? How could I not be fired up to be in this position right now? You know what I mean? It's like, why wouldn't you be fired up every single day doing this? Right now, I am watching DBGI. Seeing if this thing is going to start turning. If we crack this trend line, we're going to go back down to the VWAP, which is why I'm ready to go on shorts if we ever did start cracking. Dek, what area do you want to pull the trigger? 10, it's starting to get there. 10:30. Hold on. We're starting to get a little bit weaker here. I'm getting ready for some possible shorts if that trend line starts going. Still holding. You guys can see how tight we're getting though at this moment. Getting very tight at this moment. Very tight right now. Obviously, all traders are watching for this play. Staying alert on this play. Staying ready on this play. Starting to get a little bit weaker underneath it. Team, I am going to jump in here slowly over on DBGI to see if we are going to start getting some weakness on this play. Why would we start getting some weakness? We're cracking the wedge. If we crack this wedge, I'm expecting it to fall on down to the VWAP area. So if we crack the wedge as we are right now, I'm expecting it to fall on down to sub $10 and start dumping. And I would like to see it crack 10 bucks. If we can crack $10, we're going to fall all the way on down towards, $8.90, mid to low $9 is your goal. $8 to low $9 is your goal here to see if this thing can fall. Right now we're up 200, 300. Come on, let's get the dump underneath $10. Dump underneath $10, we'll get some easy gains. There it is, guys. There it is, $9.85. We're up $500. We're up $500. Let's see if we can keep on cracking here. Still holding 10 bucks. We got to see that thing go. We got to see $10 goodbye. See $10 goodbye here. $400, $300. $10 is still holding, team. I don't like how $10 is still holding. Just a little heads on up. It is still holding pretty well. $10. Let's see if we can lose it on the level 2. $10 is still trying to hold. We got to lose it. Lose it, baby. Lose it. Lose it here. Lose it here, baby. Now we're up $600. Lose it here, baby. Let's lose it. Lose it. We got 980s now. We want to see 960s. 960s. That's kind of my target here. We got 980s at this time. Looking to see this thing go. I'm watching the level 2. Back up towards $10. I'm taking my gains. Taking my gains right now, team, over on DBGI. Just going to make sure I'm coming out profitable at this moment. All right, team. Hey, you know what? Even though it's not as much as I wanted, it's a free $250. Now I'm back up next to $1,000 on the day, and we are getting a little bit weaker right now. What I love about this at this moment is the predictability. This is what I'm talking about, traders. Predictability in the stock market. When I say, hey, everyone, we have a perfect wedge pattern at this time, this wedge in the next few seconds is going to give us fireworks. We're either going up or we're either going to crack on down in the next few seconds depending on which way we break. If we break to the upside, we hammer down the calls. We hammer down the buys. If we go on down to the downside, we're going to start shorting. Is it predictable that this play was about to fall right there? The answer is yes. Predictability makes stock trading the greatest job in the world, right? I could wake up every morning if I want to and say, hey, you know what? Let me close my eyes and let me guess 50-50s. Or if I sit back and wait for the answer to be given me. Hey, here's a wedge pattern on the number one top gainer of the day. We know we're about to see a sell-off or about to see a spike. That's where we can go ahead and make predictable money. Is it crazy that I'm up $911 today? Is this just random? Am I speaking Fugazi? Am I speaking Fugazi over here? Hey, Deck's the luckiest guy in the world. He's just been super lucky for the last 8 years. No. As I see these patterns, I wait for these plays. I don't just buy in on anything at all times. So I want to make sure that you guys are all set, ready to rock and roll, ready to make this money. Beautiful, guys. Beautiful job. Beautiful work. Great job for every single person here. You know, making this cash, making this money, and seeing this thing get weaker and weaker and weaker. So that thing could continuously keep on fading on down even more. And guys, right now we actually have HOLO still trying to squeeze. So HOLO right now, team, is squeezing. This is a play. It is a little bit nerve-wracking. I'm up about $1,000 on the day. I am going to take a little bit of a step back here for a moment and make sure you guys are all good. I also had someone say over on YouTube saying, Deck, what is TradeCaster? For anyone who does not know, this is what you guys will have access to this weekend when you guys sign up. TradeCaster is essentially Twitch of stock trading. It's YouTube of stock trading. So you can see I'm live right here, right now. These are all other traders that are live right now as well. So you can go ahead and watch all live streamers trade their stock trading right here. So I can click here and I can watch Caesar. Caesar's live. Caesar has his chat room. He's again talking about this. I can go over and I can click another person. F1 Team Boss. He's live at this moment. He's again sitting here. He's live. He's going over his trades. He has his chat room. Or of course you can click right here and you guys will be all good. You guys also do have a 250-hour video library teaching you absolutely everything that you guys need to know about stock trading. If that's shorting, if that's level 2 reading, if that's support and resistance, if that's strategies, you guys have all this included over on TradeCaster. So not only access to me, but access to everybody. Then you guys do have the 250-hour video library. And then of course, everything else that I'm giving you, all again, 30% off. Or if you guys are a brand new trader, it's absolutely free your first month, plus everything else. Team, it's like the biggest thing we've ever done. You can't get any bigger than that. Champion trader, I'm feeling good. I was struggling though the last 2 days. I was sick yesterday. I will be honest, team. I almost called an ambulance for myself on. I almost called an ambulance for myself over on Monday night. It was that bad. I don't got to get into any details or some graphics. I was in so much pain. It was top 3, maybe even number 1, the hardest sickness night of my life. Where there was a point that I thought I was gonna die. Okay, so there was a point that I literally thought I was gonna die. It was, I think it was like a mixture of like food poisoning as well. I went out to New York this weekend and I got back and I just wasn't feeling that well. I think it was like a mixture of food poisoning. I don't know. It was hurting. Maybe it was Ebola. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But you know what? 24 hours in and out. We're good to go here now. I'm feeling fantastic. You know what I feel like? I feel like before I was a little tiny caterpillar. You know, that's how I felt like I was before. I was a little tiny caterpillar. And you know what? I ate a lot. I put myself in this little cocoon and I'm sitting in there cocoon and I'm just so tight. But now look at me. Now I look gorgeous.
I look amazing. I'm a butterfly now, team. And I'm flapping these wings. So I'm back. And I honestly do feel like I'm better than ever. So make sure you guys are all set here, team. What a day it's been. What an absolute day it's been. What an absolute day it's been so far. Working with the #1 trading community in the world. Doing what we do best. And HOLO here, team. Still trying to push on up. Anyone in on HOLO? Anyone in on HOLO at this moment? If you guys are in on HOLO, this thing is crushing. Let's just see right here. I want to see. HOLO. Is there any sort of big news on this play? 4 days ago, last press release. So 4 days ago, I'm not seeing any news right now as to why this play is moving itself on up. AULT, team. Look at AULT. AULT 50-day moving average is at 154. Look at AULT. Guys, AULT, let's turn our attention towards it. This could be a possible short. AULT to start getting some momentum, start breaking on out, start getting some hype, starting to get a little bit of love in the air. Little bit of love in the air. AULT, this play, guys, big long upper shadow right there, just starting to give a whole lot back. Came on up towards $1, just started getting a little bit of that rejection. AULT team, obviously a very big spike, and none of these plays have any sort of news. All these plays have just been spiking for nothing. They just basically go on these huge rips, and then they usually come crashing all the way back on down. So is AULT a play that I'm interested in on a short? The answer is yes. You know, the best area to short it, though, would be a little bit higher. I would feel more comfortable in the 130s. I would feel comfortable in the 120s. That's where I do feel more comfortable about this play. Is it going to get there? I can't say for sure, but I would like to see it overextended. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. I think the toughest thing right now is to be a trader who likes to buy shares. I think it's very tough to be a trader that likes to buy shares right now. And you might say, Dek, why is it so tough? Because we have all these stocks spiking for no reason. BGLC, there's no news. DBGI was a small press release. OMH, there's no news. AULT, there's no news. So it's hard to be a person right now that's saying, oh, I'm going to go buy AULT, or be able to find it early enough to make money when there's no reason for it to move in the first place. As you guys know, we have our news scanner here, which tells us all the hottest news and tells us all the hottest plays. But guess what? We don't have anything at this time. So we could go ahead and take a look over on AULT. And AULT at this moment, traders, there is nothing that we are seeing at this moment on why this play is getting some hype. So we are just kind of staying alert, staying ready. AULT at this time. What do we have? Just kind of breaking these AULT. Yeah, just kind of sitting back at this moment, waiting and watching for this kind of next move. Came out with a stock repurchase program. Yeah, guys, and everyone will be getting access to this brand new news scanner. Best news scanner I've ever used. Everyone will be getting access to this brand new news scanner. And if anyone's wondering, Dek, how does this news scanner, give you all the hottest press releases? Because what's built in is we have all the keywords. 1-star words, 2-star words, 3-star words, and 4-star words. They're all built in. And then on top of that, you can add any words that you want to get any sort of emoji on. So basically, I just watch this news scanner every single morning. And let's just scroll down to this morning. At 8 o'clock when most news comes on out, is all you have to do is you watch the news scanner, right? If there's no stars, it's not even worth your time. If you see a 3-star word, I have an emoji right here. That's a little band-aid for the word treatment. And it tells me that we have a 3-star word for US FDA treatment. I can click it right here as well, and it shows me why this is a 3-star word as they're talking about treatment, as this is in the hot keywords, and it's also a keyword that I like to have an emoji off of. Same exact right here. So I can see at this moment, CALC. CALC announces FDA clearance on phase 2 of treatment. So I have phase 2, like a little doctor, and treatment. We can also see that we do have our keywords right here, and I could open the article and read the entire article as well right here. So basically, this is how I never miss a hot press release. If anyone's wondering, I just use that news scanner, and that news scanner tells me everything. So AULT starting to dump on down here slightly. Very solid day, about $1,000 on the day, which is great so far. ISBN, AULT. All good here, traders. Yep, and everyone's getting that scanner this weekend or whenever the final production is done, and you guys will be all set. You guys are the first in line to get that. As long as you guys sign up to TradeCaster, of course. That scanner, though, is not available to the public yet. Just a little heads up, they have not come out with their first production line. It's not available to the public. But it's called Fox Runner. That's what I have right here. But it's not available out in the public, so you can't actually get it yet. But that's called Fox Runner, that new scanner. HOLO, still trying to truck its way on up. Slow and steady on HOLO. Slow and steady. Best entry on HOLO is going to be that, dip buy area right here. That dip buy area, that dip buy opportunity here. I'm also a little side note here, team, while we're waiting. Again, 3 for 4 on the day. Today's been absolutely perfect. So far, right now, team, for anyone curious, my house just went up for sale, and I'm trying the old supercar technique. So again, I've explained this to you guys before here, but I've never tried it on real estate. This is what I'm going to try to do. So most of you guys have seen before that I have had some nice higher up class type of cars. I've had a Lamborghini, I've had a Ferrari. You guys have seen these cars probably in the past before. And a lot of people always wonder, Dek, how are you able to kind of, jump around from car to car? This is kind of a quick little photo shoot we had with the Lamborghini, of course. And then we've also had, a quick little photo shoot with, the Ferrari and, that car that we've had. And, for anyone that was wondering, so here was, the Ferrari that I had. And this is all, if you're wondering like what these pictures are, these are all pictures that I put up on Car Gurus to go ahead and sell my car. So I'm going to draw out a little diagram. Okay. This is me right here. This is me right here. And this is me. I save up a good amount of money. All right. And I say, okay, saved up good amount of money. I want to be able to go ahead and buy my dream car. And let's say I want to go ahead and buy a Ferrari. All right. Here's my Ferrari. Here's my dream car. And this car is going to cost a total of, let's just go with $180,000. Okay. So I have $180,000. Now, what a lot of people realize, or even some people don't realize, is when cars are this expensive, a lot of people are always going to be very specific about what car they want. They are going to want to make sure it's the color that they want. They are going to want the certain rims on the car, the wheels they're going to want the inside to be a certain select color for it. And they are going to search for that certain spec. So what do? If I purchase this car for $180,000, the moment I get it, I put it up online for $190,000. So this is just like a photo shoot that I did. And these are the pictures that I put up on cargurus.com the day that I got it. I got this car and I put it up immediately for sale for $10,000 more than what I got it for. Now, as time goes by, we will have time go by here, and maybe it's going to be 1 month, 3 months, 6 months, 12 months go by. Eventually, some person always hits me up, or I will say at least hits me up once, twice, 3 times. That has always happened so far, where someone says, hey, I like that spec. I like that car. I see it's up for $190,000. Could you do $180,000? And you bargain, you do whatever you got to do. And really, what it has come out to nearly every single time is I basically just get a car absolutely for free. So what do I mean by that is I will buy the car for $180,000. I will put it up for sale the day that I buy it, and I will drive it until someone wants to pay for the same price that I bought it for, which is going to be basically mean I drove a car around for 6 months, 12 months, and got the same amount out of it that I did when I first started. So that's how I did the Lamborghini. That's how I did the Ferrari. I purchased the car, I put it up the same day, I drive it around 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 5 months until someone hits me up who wants that same color, who wants that same spec, who wants that same everything. And then usually I'm always able to get some sort of tiny profit out of it or the same price. Now, what's the issue? You can't really do that with a Nissan Rogue. You can't really do that with a Honda Civic. This is more of like a supercar type of thing. But what I was thinking was, hey, when we start getting more expensive houses and we start getting more, we start getting more expensive homes and we start getting more expensive houses and such, I could imagine that people want to do the same exact thing. So for anyone who does not know, I purchased my home out in Utah for $1.5 million. I just put it on the market right now for, again, $1.9 million. So my thought process is, hey, my Airbnb is working amazing. My Airbnb is doing incredible at this moment. But if someone wants to give me $500,000 more for this home, there's no harm in putting it on up. And maybe some guy from California, maybe some person from LA, someone who really wants to move out there is going to say, hey, you know what? We'll be good to go. And imagine if someone, again, we start getting into a bidding war. Someone says this or this or this and this. I could be able to make $500,000 from holding a house for 1 year. I'll let you guys know if anyone buys this or if I get any sort of offers. But as of now here, team, it's been up for 1 day. 1 day. And I have 78 saves on it. So I have 1 day, 710 views, 78 saves. And obviously what I'm hoping for is that my real estate agent hits me up right now and says, hey, Sean, we got 3 offers. And I'm going to just say, take the one with the most money. Okay. So that's basically my idea that I'm looking for. Same exact thing with the car. I'm putting it up there. If no one buys it, no problem. You keep on driving it, or no problem, I'll keep doing the Airbnb. If, again, someone hits me up and someone says, hey, Sean, someone's offering $500K more for the house than what you bought it for, then guess what? I'm going to try to make a $500,000 profit in a year. So I'm doing the same exact strategy here, and I'm waiting to see if we're going to be getting some offers here. So 1 day on the market, and we'll see. We got some open houses today and tomorrow, so I'm excited to see what's going to be happening here. Here, Dek, what are you going to do if you make that money? Probably going to get some golf lessons. Probably, work on my game a little bit more. So that's probably what I'll do. $500,000 worth of golf lessons. Okay, so we'll see. But that's the idea over on that. I'm just kind of keeping you guys in the loop because I know so many people are always wondering. It's like, Dek, do you just make money off stock trading? Do you just make money off investing? Do you just make money off this or that? I'm telling you, and I'm trying to show you guys all the way that I'm making money. Okay, I'm not trying to hide anything. I'm trying to be transparent about this on all the different ways that I'm profitable. Remember, the average millionaire has 7 different streams of income. Think about that right now to yourself. Lil Sino, HOLO team, cracking his trend line. Predictability. Predictability right here. HOLO cracking the trend line. If you're saying, Dek, why don't you jump in? Unfortunately, there's no shares available to short. So HOLO, there's a T right here. T means you can't short it. You can't short it. So unfortunately, HOLO, you can't short this play. But I want everyone to honestly take a second. Stop what you're doing right now at this moment. Think to yourself at this moment, how many different streams of income do I have? Dek, I have my 9 to 5. That's 1. Millionaires have 6 others. So, as you guys know, I could have stock trading. I could have a long-term investment. I could have flipping this house right here, an Airbnb. I have YouTube. I have affiliate marketing, right? These are all different things that are going to be able to contribute to, again, my investing. So I'm really excited to see what, comes on up and making sure that we're all good here. Oh, yeah. Dek, I'm signed up to the March seminar. What if you sell your house before? No. So no matter what, guys, the March seminar that we're having out in Utah, we're not selling this home until the end of April. So it's going to be a 90-day closing or 60. So no matter what, we are having our March seminar out there, which is going to be great. And also a little heads on up. Shout out to Dennis for sending me this little video here. This is out over in Utah on our last one. Dennis brought the drone, and we got the nice little hookup. Everyone take a look at this. There's all of us standing outside from the March seminar, or the March mastermind that we had. Everyone, Dennis, oh baby, oh baby. And that was an absolute blast out there in Utah, over in the trading mastermind. Just again, a group of traders all laying it out there. And that was absolutely awesome, absolutely gorgeous, hitting that mountain. And I'm excited. We only got 2 weeks away. What are we? We are 3 weeks away from our March ski mastermind. And that one is completely full at this point now. And, you know, that is so great and so awesome. So making sure every single trader is all good. Right now, HOLO still watching, still staying alert. JW saying, Deck, I'm big into real estate. I'm trying to learn about stocks. Well, you are in the right place. Okay, guys, I'm going to guarantee everyone. Okay, this is a Sean Dekmar guarantee. If you are part, okay, I'm just going to throw this out here right now. If you sign up to Tradecaster this weekend, you are going to get absolutely everything, of course, that I have. Absolutely everything that I have. But we are also going to be coming on up here, as you guys know, doing a upcoming, let me grab this, an upcoming boot camp. So for anyone that's saying, hey, Deck, I want to become a better trader, we have an upcoming boot camp this year, which is completely new. That is going to be a stock trading masterclass. It's going to be 24 parts right here. 24 parts going over everything from what is the stock market, terminology, beginner mistakes, candlestick reading, support and resistance, trend lines, entries and exits, market and limit orders, buying and selling, pre-market buying and selling, psychology, mob shifting, time frames on charting, indicators, flow and volume, how to find profitable news, breakout chart setups, level 2 shorting, short squeezes, different ways to trade the stock market, how to create a morning watch list, option traders, brokers, and scanners. So we have an upcoming boot camp this spring, team. This is the syllabus for it. I'll be sending this all out to you guys so you guys know exactly what's coming up, when it's coming on up, and you guys can follow along on this. But this is our new course that's going over A to Z to teach you everything that you need to know on how to be successful and how to be able to make $1,000 a day trading stocks. 11.15 in the market. YB trades, yeah, buddy. Up $500 on the day. Passed my evaluation on CPI by making over $9,000. Oh, that's great. Love that. How is anyone else here a funded trader where you guys have to pass your test to start getting your money? Yeah, buddy just passed his test to get funded his trades, which is going to be absolutely awesome. I feel like I need to, would anyone like me to reach out to a funded trader platform and try to partner with them and make sure that Tradecaster members get access to the funded accounts? So I don't do the funded trading stuff. I use my account. What would be the top funded account or program or team that I should reach out to that you guys would like to be able to get funded accounts? What's the number one that you guys think I should go out to? So what's the number one? I want to be, and I need to write it down. I'll give them a call later on. I got a lot of leeway with all the connections I have, and I think I could be able to get all Tradecaster members either discounts or be able to say, hey, they don't need to pass the test. They learned from me. They're all good to go. Just get you a straight funded account right away. So is it Apex? Is that what everyone's saying? Let me just write that down here. I'll call them later tonight or set up a meeting. Apex Trader funded. Okay, cool. And I will make this happen. All right, guys, I'll get you guys discounts on this, okay? Sound good? I'll get you guys discounts on this, and you guys will be all set, ready to go. So you guys are all set, ready to rock. If anyone does not know, I'm going to explain it very briefly. If anyone does not know what being a funded trader is, I'm going to give like a 1-minute breakdown. A funded trader is you can sign up, okay? You can sign up. You do have to pay to take a test. The test is going to show that you know how to stock trade. It's going to say, if you can grow this into this, we will give you $100,000 to trade of real money. You will keep 90% of the profits you make, but since we gave you $100,000, we are going to take 10% of the profits that you make. So you keep the majority of the money, but we are going to take some of the money because we are funding you this account. But if you lose a certain amount, you hit a stop limit that we have set, we are taking that account away from you. So basically, you pay to take a test. If you can show that you are a profitable trader, they will give you $100,000. They will say, don't lose $5,000 or we are taking your account away. As long as you make money, you can keep all the money you make, but we will take 10 to 15%, whatever it is, and then you'll be all set, ready to go. So that's what a funded trader is, and that's what a lot of smaller traders do who want to trade with $100,000. They sign up for this, they get their accounts funded, and then they make money by having a free $100,000 really in their account. And as long as they don't lose more than $2,000 or $3,000, then they make money for free essentially. So that's what a funded account is. But I will call them and make sure that you guys are all good and get that. Chill, why would you help out and give us discounts? Because that's what I do. Okay, I mean, what kind of question is that? Why help out and give us why not? I'll tell you this right now, okay? I'm going to give you a quick little background story for a second. When I first started stock trading, I had nobody to help me. No one in my family does anything in the stock market world. I was living by myself in college, and I had no one to tell me how to trade stocks whatsoever. I couldn't afford any community, any course, any of this stuff. And it seemed like anytime I literally just wanted to learn, I always had to do this or buy this, and I just kept getting in these like sales funnels. I just want answers. So the thing is, if someone here says, hey, Dek, how do we read support and resistance? I literally just tell you. If someone says, hey, Dek, I'm a funded trader, can you help me get a discount? I have a lot of leeway in the market with how big TradeCaster is and how long I've been doing this and my name in the stock trading community. I can contact people and get free discounts for you guys. So if I can help in any way, I want to do that. If I can help in any way to make you a better trader, I can do that. And that's what I want to make sure that you guys get. I don't want you guys out there alone trying to stock trade and figure things on out. You guys don't need to. I want everyone doing this, going 3-4 on their days, making $1,000 in profit every single day. 2024 has been the best start of my trading career ever. I'm keeping losses tight. I'm letting my wins go. I have a 91% win rate. I am up over 20 grand. We're crushing it. We're doing amazing. So the thing is, team, we're just going to keep this party going more and more and more. So make sure that you guys are all set here. Chillin says, oh, Dek, just making sure people always want something in return. Yeah. All right, we'll make a deal then, okay? Make a deal. Chill. Send me your skill sets. I don't know what your skill sets are, but I want you coming over to my house, and if I give you a discount, I want hard labor, okay? I want you helping me outside, picking up some weeds. Okay, we got a lot of sticks in the backyard after the winter time. Pick them on up. Maybe, again, we just got this huge snowstorm. I want to stop on by, shovel the driveway. I'll give you a discount. Okay, so if you want me to say something in return, just come over to the crib and help me out with some chores around the house, I guess. All right? I don't need anything else from you. We're all good here, team. We're a team. I always say this. There's more than enough money for all of us in the stock market. Literally, there is more than enough money for all of us in the stock market. We don't need to be greedy. HOLO team, still ripping. Guys, HOLO looks like it might start squeezing crazy pretty soon. I'm actually thinking about jumping in on HOLO. It looks like it's about to get... I'm going to do 500 shares on HOLO if I can get filled on this play. HOLO here. I want to do 500 shares if it'll allow me over on this play just to see if this thing can possibly go on a squeeze. I'm not in yet right here. I want to see if this is going to squeeze itself on up. We got a 50-cent spread. HOLO. Actually, I'm going to start small, probably 250 shares. Guys, HOLO, I'm doing 250 shares to see if this thing squeezes and pops. I'm only going to do 250. I don't want to go too big and take any sort of unnecessary loss, but it does look like it's moving up pretty good. I just want to see if we're going to pop and squeeze. So I'm doing 250 shares right here as we're starting to get what I think, starting to get the extended move on the breakout. Deck, what's going to be your stop loss? Stop loss will be about 250 if I ever take any sort of loss. So let's see if we can possibly squeeze and break out. I'm staying very tight, very small. This is not a big trade by any sort of means, but I do think we're starting to squeeze in this wedge. And if we break through $31, we could take on off. And if I can make a free $250, I'm all about it. I'm all about a free $250 if this thing breaks 31 bucks. Right now, team, we are getting that nice momentum. I'm on the long side, not the short side. I am betting with the stock, with momentum. So I want to see, can this one break on up through, again, $31 and take on off towards 31? Oh, guys, we hit 31 here. We have such a big spread. Again, we have such a big spread here. Can we break 31? Look at the level 2. I know you can't see it there we go, $31. $31, guys. Now we're up 200, guys. $200, $250 here. Guys, let's go, baby. We're up $200, $300, $300. Oh, baby. $300. I'm going to take my gains. A free $479. A free $479 right there for all of us. Everyone enjoy your gains. Everyone enjoy your profits. Everyone enjoy your gains. Everyone enjoy your profits. Just enjoy them. Enjoy them. Everyone enjoy them. I said, enjoy them. Today's live stream is sponsored by Pedialyte. A lot of traders end up getting thirsty throughout their trades and they realize that they need to reburst their electrolytes. Well, the easiest way with zero sugar is by Pedialyte. Pedialyte is a great way for investors and stock traders to be able to get all electrolytes they need without that unwanted sugar or any sort of bad calories. Make sure you pick up your Pedialyte at your local Giant, CVS, ShopRite, Ralph's, or any sort of big manufacturing store. Shout out to Pedialyte for their delicious grape thing. All right, I'll be honest. This isn't sponsored by Pedialyte, but maybe there's a guy that's watching that is going to say, hey, I know the Pedialyte marketing team and I like that deck. We're going to put that over there. So maybe I'll get some sort of deal. All right, cool, guys. So we just made another $500 on the day. All right. Everyone make money there? Everyone just make money on that? I want to make sure that you guys are all good. I want to make sure that everyone's making money on these plays. I mean, I'm literally doing it all live in front of you, telling you guys exactly when I'm jumping in, telling you guys exactly what I'm looking at. But I mean, traders, we are doing absolutely great. We are now up $1,300 on the day. We're now up $1,300 on the day. And at this moment, I think I'm good. HOLO, BGLC, OMH, DBGI. What's my P&L? 1,367. So an awesome Tuesday, guys. And I apologize about missing yesterday, as I said. I apologize. I was really sick. You guys can probably still hear it in my voice. But we are 100% back, and we are going to be attacking this market day in and day out. And remember, the most important thing, team, is that you guys are making money. As long as you guys are making money, that's great. That's what it's all about. As long as you guys are crushing it, as long as you guys are making money, this is what it's all about. That's why I live stream everything. This is not just me hiding and you hear my voice. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. I don't like how it's just a chat room. I like that you guys can see my P&Ls. You guys can see my entries. You guys can see my exits. That's what I like. I don't want to hide. I don't want to only have voice. I don't want to just have chat. I want you to see every single move that I make. Ichivi saying, Deck, where do I sign up, man? Hit the link in my bio on TikTok. Tradecaster.com this weekend. So tradecaster.com this weekend is the sale. 30% off, and if you've never been a member, it's free. So again, free, or again, 30% off for all anyone that is a member that wants to upgrade. And then of course, as you guys already know, a bajillion times, you get everything as well. Literally everything. It's literally the biggest sale you could ever want. You get logging, you get new scanner, you get my broker, and you get the best scanners. You get live stream, all the best logging for TradeZella, my new scanner, my broker, and all the scanners this weekend. You sign up Thursday to Sunday, you get absolutely everything for free. So make sure that you guys are taking advantage of this. It's literally the biggest sale we've ever had. So HOLO team, let's get ready to go. Now, also traders, keeping our eyes peeled over on this play here. What else do we want to be focusing on? HOLO, I do think it's going to go higher. I'm going to be honest with you, okay? I do think HOLO is going to go higher. I am not going to touch it right now because I'm very happy with my $1,300 day, but I would probably make the assumption we're going to see $35, $36, okay? So HOLO, we already locked in our gains, 456, but we are live right now. It's probably going up to 35, 36. I am not in, but I do believe it's going higher. I am not in, but I do believe it's going higher if you guys are in on this play. But let's see what we get. It looks like we're at that point that it's ready to squeeze. It looks like we're at that point that it's ready to run here. So here comes 35. There's 35 for you, and there's 36. There's 35, there's 36, here comes 37. Everyone should be green today. Every single trader should be green today. There's no excuse. Every person that watches me should be green today. HOLO. We're spiking, baby. Getting halted up near around 38 next. 38.09. Take some profits if you guys haven't yet. Take some profits if you guys haven't yet. Master Blaster, when are we doing the wheel spin? Let's do the wheel spin tomorrow. We'll spin the wheel tomorrow, right, bud? So tomorrow we'll do a wheel spin. We'll do a nice little giveaway. Get ready, crush it then. HOLO, there's a little bit of a pullback. Deck, can I get a date with Claire? Leezy then said, no one is allowed to date Claire unless you are liquid $5 million. She's worth it, though. Let me tell you right now. Okay? I'm taking a look over. We have glass walls. We have glass walls between Claire and I. Right now, I'll be honest. You don't want to date this woman. Okay? She's been working for me for the last, I want to say, 4 to 5 years. She has one job. Her job is to make sure that any emails come through, any phone calls that come on through, anything along those lines is neat and organized. I'm looking at her. She can't hear me at this moment. I'm looking at her. She's currently playing Candy Crush. At this moment, she's sitting there. She's playing Candy Crush, and she's completely delusional to the fact that I'm even talking about her. She has no idea. She has no idea. Now she's picking up her phone, and she's texting. She's scrolling through Instagram at this moment, and she just double liked a picture of a crush she has. Who is that? Tommy? Tommy Augusta. Tommy Augusta. She just liked the picture of Tommy, and now she's stalking through his Instagram photos. It just, this is toxic. This woman's toxic. You don't want her. She's a bad employee. You don't even want to get involved with that. I'm telling you right now. Any person that is that bad of an employee carries over into the relationship. Right now, HOLO team still trying to go on up. Just got halted again. This play looks like it's about to go absolutely nuts. Guys, we just got halted again on HOLO. Fuck says, Deck, what do you think about Denny's earnings today? I'll be honest. I have no idea. I'm just being straight up with you. I know a lot about stocks, but if you're asking me what about Denny's earnings, I really don't have an answer for that. I will say one of my favorite videos of all time, is that heavy metal at Denny's. You guys know what I'm talking about? That viral video? This is one of my favorite videos of all time. I just think it's hilarious. This video is from like 2008, but I don't know, this band just got booked at Denny's. Imagine going to a Denny's and this is the book. 2 a.m. at Denny's. Let's go right here.
What's up? What the fuck is up, Denny's?
What's up? What's up? What the fuck is up, Denny's? It's like, imagine just sitting there eating pancakes. Imagine just sitting there eating pancakes and be like, what is going on here? What's up? What's up, Denny's? Right now we have to see. Right now HOLO. Right now HOLO still getting halted at this time. NASDAQ trader. Let's see. What time is this coming out live? NASDAQ trader. HOLO getting unhalted here. 11:31 and 52 seconds. That means he'll get unhalted in 5 minutes. 11:36 and 52 seconds. All right. So 11:46. Degenerate Gambler 69 says, should I sell my HOLO? It depends on your entry. You know, if you're saying I'm in at $27 and it's at 38, I would probably say lock in half. You know, I think at this point, we're probably going to go up to around $41. I would not be shocked if we hit the old high of yesterday off HOLO. Now, you know what else I want you guys to be aware of? Who can tell me? Pop quiz. First one that gets it right wins. What's HOLO? What pattern is HMLO or HOLO, excuse me? What pattern is that? Every single member of Tradecaster should know this because I teach you guys this. And what is that right now? That is a mid-candle breakout pattern. We have a monster spike. We fall back down to mid-candle of the spike, and then we get our next leg on up. So, for instance, you guys could see this. We have our monster spike. We fall back down to mid-candle, and then we get a monster spike. We have a monster spike, fall back down to mid-candle, then we get another rally on a monster spike. We have a monster spike, fall back down, and then we get a monster spike. We have a monster spike, we fall back down to mid-candle, and then we get a monster spike. We have a monster spike, we fall back down to mid-candle of the spike, and then we spike again. You guys can see how this happens over and over and over again. Here's another example. Very big spike, falls back down to mid-candle, and then we get a very big rip and run and spike back on up. So HLO does have a mid-candle breakout pattern right here, which is getting a lot of hype and a lot of momentum. So, yep, absolutely. I love it. Everyone's saying mid-candle breakout pattern. So, HOLO, can this one get some more? I'm going to say I think we're going to get a pullback, and then I think we're going to get the next leg on up. I think we're going to have a pullback, and then it's going to spike hard. So, pullback, then spike hard, then go crazy, then get this, big rip and run. 11:31, guys, we're getting unhalted here in 35 seconds. 35 seconds when it's 11:36:52 is unhold. 11:36:52 seconds is the unhold time. $11:36:52 seconds is the unhold time. Get ready to rock and roll here, team. 10 seconds. 10 seconds out. 10 seconds out over on HOLO. 3, 2, 1. It's live. Guys, it's live. Gap down. A little bit of a gap down here, team. Little bit of a gap down at this moment. If you want to, put in entries in like the low 30s. Put some dip buys in the low 30s just in case it ever does get like some sort of big crack. You could maybe get filled on that. That could be very solid. Here it comes back up towards the high. Can we break it? Nope. Here's a little bit of a pullback still. So you can see HLO is trying to stay alive the best it can. If you could ever get, this nice little pullback, there's still no shares available to short. The only option is to buy it and have it go up. So you either have to nail a breakout or you have to get ready for the dip buy. So you either got to nail the breakout or get ready for the dip buy. It is looking, guys, here's a new high of the day. Quick little new high right here. I'm still getting a little bit of that pullback. I would lock in gains if I were you. Traders, it's not breaking out the way you want it to. Lock in gains. This is my alert to you to lock in your profits. If this does not break out here soon, I'm telling you right now, it's going to have probably about a $4 to $5 drop. It is happening because we are not seeing the push. There are so many traders here that wants to see a push. If you don't get and stay above $39, it won't do it. If it stays above 39, it will do it. Okay, it's starting to do it right now. Hold on. It's doing it though. It's staying above 39. Stay above 39 and you got a great chance. Stay above 39 and you'll have a great chance. You just don't want to stall out. That's my biggest fear. Stall out and then it drops on down. All right, still doing well. Still holding. Still a good job. Still moving on up here. And now we're all the way up at 41 now. No, nothing we can do on the short side. Nothing we can do on the short side. It's still just slow and steady moving on up. 42.50 next resistance line on Holtz. 42.50 next resistance line on the Holt. Still have not hit it just yet. 42.50. Still going. There are no shares to short on HOLO, so there's nothing that we can do on the short side. Even if I wanted to, nothing I can do. Right now, I do love this though. I do love the fact how awesome this has been. I do love the fact on how crazy this has been. I do love the fact on how much momentum this display has had. So that is absolutely awesome to see. Such a big move. And obviously, I just hope that every single trader is green on the day. It's been an excellent day. We are coming up to lunch hours, in the next few moments here, team. And it's been fantastic. We have gone 4 for 5 for all trades, making some big money, making some big profits. And it doesn't get much better than that. So, team, so pumped, so excited. A $1,300 day in profit. Things are getting a little bit weaker here. Let's take a look at the SPY now. Take a look at the SPY. SPY's at 495.73. Remember, SMCI traders, I don't know how many more times I need to say it, but I still see people ask. We know that we are not shorting till this trend line cracks. Not shorting $1 until this trend line cracks. Once that trend line cracks, that's where I'm going to short this play. You guys hear it now, so you guys are fully aware of it. BGLC, this one, BGLC team is still trying to move itself on up. This play is getting halted constantly. It is a little bit of a tricky play, but the stocks that you need to be watching over lunch hours is going to be number one, HOLO. Obviously, insane. It could go all the way up to $50 today, but I do think it's starting to come down to its limit. Other than that, we do have BGLC. BGLC just spiked on up towards around 250. BGLC, I do like the short. It was a play this morning over on BGLC that I was able to make $1,300 on. I am going to let basically lunch hours pass me by and see where BGLC is this afternoon. I don't want to short now and have this one all of a sudden run up to $3 or $3.50 and do something crazy and take away my gains. At this point, I'm going to take my $1,300, be a happy camper, and say, hey, Dek, know when to walk away. When you're a stock trader, you got to know when to walk away. You got to know when to pull the trigger. You need to know when to sit on your hands. These are all so important to do. I think about right now, what did I do as my old job? My old job, I pushed people on a snow tube. When I was 19 years old, I worked at a ski resort and pushed people down on snow tubes. I made $8 an hour. I worked 10-hour shifts. I made $80 after working outside in the cold, pushing people down on snow tubes. Right now, I'm up $1,300. I'm done within the first 2 hours of the day, and I'm making 12 times more than what I made before. It's like, even more than that. 15 times more. Understand how much you're making. You don't need to throw it away. Wait for good, clean setups, and then, of course, get after it. Traders, ladies and gentlemen, we are all set, ready to rock and roll. one final time. As you guys know, we have this massive, massive sale for everyone coming on up this weekend. 30% off current TradeCaster members, free access for brand new members, and everyone gets TradeZella. Everybody gets Fox Runner, everybody gets Lightspeed, and everybody gets trade ideas. Do not miss out on this. So you guys are all set, ready to go here, team. Traders, ladies and gentlemen, it has been an absolute blast today. It's been an absolute joy, and I will be live this entire week. So if you guys are watching me on TikTok, hit that follow button. If you guys are watching me on YouTube, hit that subscribe button and turn on that notification bell so you don't miss me going live tomorrow. And if you guys are on TradeCaster, make sure you guys realize we got an afternoon ahead of us. Let's get ready to rock. Let's get ready to hammer down. I'm feeling great. I was sick yesterday, but I'm back to 100%, and I cannot wait to see what the rest of this week brings us. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for everyone who has joined us on this morning. Enjoy your lunch hours. I'm calling it $1,300 on this day, crushing it with the #1 trading community in the world. Let's do it, team. You guys know the drill. In 3, 2, 1. Ah-hoo! I love you, team. Thank you so much. I'll see you guys later. I appreciate everyone tuning in today, and I'll see you guys back here tomorrow morning. See you guys then.
Nothing that if I tell everyone how I made this money, that it's going to affect me in any sort of way.
AMD, if we get a quick little pop above $12, I'm thinking about maybe a quick little short over on AMD.
Finger on the trigger to lock in profits when it starts moving back on up. Here we go. Nice job. Let's take it. $979 in profit. Look at this spike, baby. Taking some gains right off the top right here. 124,000.
You just got to know what you're doing.
200
Every single person can be successful.
dollars in profit.
There's no reason for you not to become a full-time
Now we're
trader.
currently up
given you $500,000.
$2,100. Let's just keep it going even more. I want every single person. Now we're up $2,500. Now we're going up to $117.40.
It's not like it's a competition. It's if I tell you how I was able to do this,
$100
go out, make that money, make a killing, and let's all absolutely crush it together.
Let's go, baby. Let's see this thing keep unfolding even farther here. We're up $1,100 within the first 5 minutes of the day.